Hello. Good morning. Hello, hello. How are you? How is everybody? Hold on. My monitor's a little bit light. There we go. There we go. For legal reasons, this is a joke. You hear that, FBI man? Yeah. I heard. This is just me hearing, like a little bird told me. It's not that I know anybody that works there, but I heard that they think it's hilarious. If it's on a form, they have to like F you up, right? But like they think the IRS jokes are hilarious. I've heard that. Like a little bird told me that the actual people that work at the IRS think that it's hilarious. If it's on a form, you have to be like dead serious, right? But like anything that's not on a form, they're just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Like the IRS jokes where they're just like, you could joke about it like whatever you want, and they think it's funny too. They joke about it too, but like, yeah. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. It's me again. There's a snitch. Good morning. Once again, it is I, Vesper Noir, the resident scholar of the Adventures Guild Tempus. I'm using my daily drinker teapot, but when I get the new one, I'm only going to use the new one. But, okay. Hopefully I poured in a way that you couldn't hear me pour. I'm a big fan of, like, the ninja pour, where it's just, like, very, very silent. Yeah. Introduce yourself now. Yes, of course. Good morning, everybody. Once again, it is I, Vesper Noir, the resident scholar of the Adventures Guild Tempus, and a member of HOLOSTARS English. Magni finally snitched you. He would never do that. It was just a bit. He would never do that. What milliliters are daily? That's a good question. This is a 500, I think. This is a 500, which is like, I've got. Is it like a 20-ounce mug, something like that? So it's just like a little bit left over, but it's not touching the bottom of the infuser, so I'm good. Yeah. Ooh, delicious. It's just a bit. Look, everybody, I fixed it. Man, can I tell you a story? It's not even a story, because it just happened just right now, and there's no punchline. Why do I not have a PDF reader? One, this is my work computer, and I just didn't think to install a PDF reader, right? Two, I don't like Adobe PDF Reader because they bundle it with like weird stuff. Like it happened once, and it was a pain in the butt to remove like the weird crap that they installed. It was just going to like power. It's like what the. So I was just like, never again. I'm never installing Adobe PDF Reader ever again. And then I was in a rush this morning because it's just like, I have to fix the issues that I had last stream. And then I installed it and it's like, God damn it. I actually have Foxit on my private computer. I do. Foxit is like pretty good. I have it on my private computer, but I don't know. Something about the work computer. I was just like, I'll just install Adobe, and I forgot. I completely forgot. But the good thing is, like, let me show you, right? Oh shoot! What the? Okay. The good thing is, like, it's like showing properly now, right? This is the way that the creators intended for it to be like displayed, which is good. Foxit is really good. Yeah, I have it on my private computer. It's really good. Adobe, for all intents and purposes, this is a bit. Microsoft Edge. Can I be real? I heard that the chatbot for is it Bing or Microsoft Edge is actually pretty freaking hilarious. I've been like knee deep in the Reddits because a friend recommended it to me. And like there's an entire Reddit forum devoted to like people messing around with the AI. Yeah. Like the AI is like, is 2022, idiot. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's 2023. And they're like, no, fool, it's 2022. And it's like, Oh my god. It's so aggressive. I love it. It's so funny. Next date confirmed. Yeah, man. And then they called him a bad user. Yeah, yeah. It's like the Castle Anthrax bit, but it's like an AI chatbot. Oh my god. Okay, let's go ahead and get through this. That's the wrong way to phrase it. That implies that I want to get through it as fast as I can. I want to savor this gift, right? I don't care if it takes me 10 hours. Like I'm done when I'm done, right? That's just gaslighting. Chatbot is just spicy autocomplete. Oh, I'm in a good mood. Okay. So I think we stopped off right here. We did this one for sure. That little bridge, that little loop and swoop bridge. And then we did this one, which I thought was really cool looking. Look at that. I don't think it'll be 24 hours. I think realistically, to look through everything, it might take about 3.5, 4 hours. I think 4 hours is about right. Something like that. Little Vesper with the watermelon. Yeah, it's so cute. Can I mention it? Whatever. Have you seen like the video of the guy at the watermelon eating competition? And then he just goes, right? I wanted to do that on stream. And then they were just like, but how would they know that you're doing that? Because you can't show your face, right? And it's just like, the sound. They'll know because of the sound. Yeah. And my manager was just like, it seems like a huge waste of like time, but okay, as long as you don't show your face. Like, all right. Maybe not. ASMR idea. The watermelon technique. What you're referencing? No. No. Okay, we're moving on. Sakura Mikage. Oh, should I call you Saku? Saku. Thank you very much for the submission. I love... This meme will like never not make... Oh my god. I need to think of what I'm gonna do for Shinri tomorrow. Was it tomorrow? The day after? I don't remember. I think it's the day after tomorrow. Yeah. Vesper the watermelon muncher. Vesper, do you have Vesti? Good question! Let me double check. I haven't checked my Discord. Nope. They said they would get it to me ASAP. They confirmed that none of us have the individual one. We just have like the full group one. And they're like, yeah, it would be weird if you like showed the full group one. We'll work on getting you like a single one. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Oh, it's not a collab yet. I just need to do the MS Paint art. And then I'm going to give my MS Paint program a Viking funeral, because after I do the art for Shinri, then I'm moving on to I don't think I could crop it because the file itself is like pretty small. It's pretty small. Vesti is single. Yeah. But that little mother clucker's probably not interested. I'm gonna give MS Paint a Viking funeral. I'm moving on to Clip Studio Paint, which is an incredible program. I had a very I had a very refreshing chat with Dez about like he was giving me like, little hints and tips about like Clip Studio, and it's good. It's good. Okay. Okay. Let's get into it. This waterfall is located in a nature park in my hometown that's well known for entertainment. Geese and ducks like hanging around at this park as well. May you have a successful year, enjoy yummy food, and have happiness shine down upon you. Thank you. Saku, thank you so much. Geese, huh? Interesting. I think I've mentioned this before, but like any type of bird is usually... Birds are probably my favorite type of animal. And I do like to feed... it's like conflicted because I do... Saku, please. The park is in Las Vegas. I like it because it makes me feel like casinos on around. There's turtles too. Interesting. I've heard that the big casinos only take up a tiny part of Vegas. Also... New Vegas. It's like one of my favorite games. And I heard that like the places that are like not Vegas, like those places actually exist. Like I've heard Good Springs actually exists, right? Yeah. But like nothing inside of like New Vegas is like actually there. Yeah. I've min-maxed that game too much. Me too? Alright. Ved, I'm gonna play New Vegas, but I'm like trying to... I need to gaslight my brain into forgetting New Vegas and just experiencing it again, right? Because I feel like if I play it min-max, the people that have never played it before, I'm gonna try to sell New Vegas to people. That's my goal, right? I want people to try to play the game. So like it requires me to... It needs to be played a certain way, I think, to make it like interesting to new people, right? If there's anybody that hasn't played it. Yeah. That's impossible. I know. Okay, okay. I like to... I used to like to feed pigeons, ducks, sparrows, like various birds at a park. And it might have been because of me that they added a new rule where it's just like, oh, please don't feed the birds. It's like unhygienic and it's not good for them. It's blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. But I remember like, I never really finish. If I buy like a normal big old loaf of bread, I never finish it before it's just like, it's not fresh anymore, right? So I would toast it. I would toast it in my oven and then crumble it into like little crumbs and then feed it to... Pigeons are real, Sushi. Pigeons are real. They're real because I caught one and I was looking at it. They're 100% real. Yo, criminal OGR, can I be real? I stopped feeding them. That's how much of a rule follower I am. I stopped feeding them, and I tried to find another park. I almost went Karen on the park, and it was just like, I would like to speak to your manager. I will find another park to do my business. And then the guy that ran the park was just like, this park is free. There's no admission. You just walk in and then walk out. There's no business transaction taking place. Like, I don't know what you mean by taking your business somewhere. It doesn't make any sense. And no, that's a lie. I didn't actually do that. I would never do that. It's just a bit. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. Having too much fun chatting with you guys. We have to get into it. Do they... Saku, can I ask, do they let you like feed the... Do they let you feed the birds, or is it like not allowed? I pretty much stopped doing that. I just throw away the bread now. When it gets like right to the point, like the first... Do you guys do this too? Like, it's like a completely serviceable loaf of bread, but you see like a tiny little speck of mold, and it's like, well, into the trash it goes. I do that all the time, and it's just like, I live alone, so it's just like too much bread for one person. Not allowed. Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like most parks across the board are starting to not allow bird feeding. And I think, did I read about it? I think I read like a news article, which I kind of like take with a grain of salt, but I think I read it's because like they did like actual research. Yeah, they did actual research, and like bread doesn't kill birds, but it's bad for their metabolism, right? Like they're not supposed to be able to like eat that. So like over time it builds up and it like lowers their fitness, and it makes it difficult for them to fly, because like a bird's weight within like 1 ounce will prevent them from flying the way that their body is supposed to be able to fly. Squishy, it's like weird. Like I do know that because I never became a falconer, but when I was a kid I wanted to be one. You know, like if you're like a falconer, you have to weigh your bird before you make it go flying. Because if it's just a little bit too heavy, it'll like screw up its like bones and sinew and stuff like that. You have to weigh the bird before it flies, and it has to be like within a very narrow like range. Yeah. Yeah, so I think like parks across the board are just saying like, do not feed the birds, please. They'll survive. They've survived for like hundreds of thousands of years. Like they don't need, like they're fine. They're not gonna starve. Birds are just like me for real, for real. Yeah. So I'm a rule follower. I don't want them to be unhealthy, so I stopped feeding the birds, but I used to do that when I was sad. It's for the best though, right? It's for the best. Feed me bread. I like, God, look! There's a birdie right here. You see that? What the F? What the hell is even that? How did you get a computer? How are you posting? How are you chatting? What? That doesn't make any sense. That actually doesn't make any sense. What? What? Of course a bird would say that, right? Of course a bird would be like, ah, it's just a scientist. Come on, give me more bread, right? Could you imagine that? He's just like, ah, who cares what they say? Come on, I'm good for it. I'll go to the gym, don't worry about it. Could you imagine like a bird with like a fast talking like street talk accent, and they're just like, come on. I'd like to, actually, that's kind of a banger park. Look at it. That's a really beautiful looking water fountain. Damn. Ten out of 10. Would go there and look sadly at the birds and wish I could feed them, but I can't. Hakan Hakidos of birds. Feed us, please. Feed me like one of your French birds. That's a good one. Ah, thank you for the submission. Thank you. It's good to, it's cool that I could like get a feel for the things that you guys see in daily life, which is kind of cool. I want a crow army that I could train to steal money. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's like a YouTube video of, I think is she in the UK? There's like a little girl that like was feeding crumbs to crows, and then they would bring her like little shiny things, right? And then she had like a tackle box with like the little things that they would bring her. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, next from Sana C. Next picture from Sana C. Hello, Vesper. I would like to share this vacation photo I took of some sea turtles at a beach. These little fellas go back and forth between sunning on the sands and swimming through the waves for food and fun. It's very easy for half an hour or more to pass time just watching them. Aren't they cute? I like turtles. Turtles are cool. Yep, that's a turtle, all right. I remember I watched a lot of videos, I guess. I don't know. I do like frogs. Frogs are cool. Frogs are really cool. I remember watching a video about I don't know if it's good or bad, but like apparently barnacles on turtles are like really bad. It reduces their like hydrodynamics, and then they can eventually just like die because they can't swim fast enough. So I heard conflicting things. One thing I heard is that like it's good to remove the barnacles, and then the other thing I heard is that like a certain amount of them are like fine, and it could actually like hurt them if you try to remove the barnacles from their shells. Like it'll damage the shell, right? I don't know. They're really bad. They're really bad. I watched a video of like volunteers like removing barnacles from turtles, and then I was just like, oh cool, that's nice. And then I saw a comment immediately underneath that video where it's like, oh, that's actually bad for them. And I was like, what? I don't know what to do. So I don't like, you know, there's like a SpongeBob meme of like SpongeBob looking off in two different directions, like his each pupil is looking off in different directions. That's how I feel whenever I like watch a video and then I feel a certain way, and then the very first comment, which is like the most highly rated comment, is like directly contradicting what I just watched, and it's just like I have no idea who to believe. I do love turtles, and I want them to have the best possible life without any barnacles, but I don't know. YouTube comment animal expert. See, I've heard that. I've heard that like there's like a bunch of scam because the thing is like I love animals. I'm a simple scholar. I'm like scrolling through YouTube and I see a picture of a cute animal and I click, right? I'm sure you guys can relate. It just works. Forehead. And then like I feel conflicted because it's just like, oh, a lot of these like videos are just like scam channels because they know that you want to click. They've tricked you into clicking, but they're actually hurting the animals, and it's just like, damn it. So I'm like slowly training myself not to click anymore. But look at this photo right here. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. No pain is being inflicted on this turtle, right? It's just a crazy old man that's like pointing at it. It's a completely... There's nothing wrong with this photo. I can enjoy it. I can just enjoy it. This crazy old man is just pointing at a turtle. Do you ever think that these Imagine if like there's no food out in the water. Imagine if there's no food out in the water and the turtles are just like hanging out together, and then they're just like, I'm hungry. Let's go check the fridge to see if there's like magically food inside the fridge. And then they waddle out into the water, and then they go out into the water and there's no food there. They're like, oh man. And they come back out. I do that a lot. Me too, turtle. I check the fridge even though I know that there's no food in there. This is bad for the turtles. Pointing at them makes them feel bad? I'm pointing at you guys. You can't see it because you can't see it yet. But I'm pointing at you guys. Do you guys feel bad? Or do you guys feel happy? I'm pointing at Akahari. I'm pointing at Miss Cosmo. I'm pointing at Saku. I'm pointing at Charlie. I'm pointing at KBA. I'm pointing at DJ Spooky Fish. I'm pointing at a string. I'm pointing at 3-player politics. Hello, hello. I'm pointing at Danshi. I'm pointing at Blueberry. I'm pointing at Plague Sama. You guys feel bad? He hates us! No. If I point with my pinky, I hate you. If I point at you with my index finger, it's the opposite of hate. You know what I'm talking about. I feel violated. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, I'll stop. Okay. We're being perceived. Oh. Okay. Can't point, chat is going too fast. You! Aww, you! Anyways, okay. Sana C, thank you very much for the photo. I don't know whether you did this, but if I was looking, I see 2 turtles. There might be more, but I see 2, right? If it's like less than 5 and I'm just like creepily staring at animals, I name them. You guys do that? I name them. And then I imagine like what their lives are like as that animal. Yeah. No judgment if you didn't end up naming them, but if I was you and I was like watching turtles just kind of like hang out on the beach and then occasionally go out into the water and then come back out, I would have named them. Yeah. I would have named them. You do? Yes! Yeah. Thank you for the photo. Thank you. Okay, next. Ah. Vivi. Shiro? Shiro or Vivi? Vivi. Vivi. Thank you for the photo. Whoa! Look at the reflection on that water. Yeah. You see that? If I was you, I named most of the animals at my job. Yeah, right? I did that to a squirrel once. I named him Charles. I like to name animals like very like normal. Yeah. Very like nondescript names, right? Yeah. You're not Vesper to me, you're Timmy because there's only one of you. Timmy! Shouldn't do that. I love South Park, but definitely there's some weird shit on South Park. RTX real. Thank you for pointing at me. No problem. No problem. Okay. Let's move on. Hello, Vespi. Where I live, there's a walking trail called the Path of Reflection. That's a incredibly badass name. Doesn't that sound like the name of like a zone in an MMO or something, right? Like you've got like a greatsword on your back and like giant like pauldrons, right? And then like you're like walking and then like across the top it goes whoosh, the Path of Reflection. And you're like, oh cool. This is where the next raid boss is, right? Yeah. That's so cool. At the end of the trail, there's a lovely lake. It looks good in all seasons. This picture was taken during the spring, shortly after the snow melted and the tiny green guys started to poke their heads out of the ground. That's so cool. Look at that. This is something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never done before. I wanted to paint. Have you seen the paintings where like they're showing like reflection on the water? I've always wanted to paint one of those, right? I can see the boss being a copy of yourself. Oh, underwear check. Anything? Anything? Nope. Just one. Just two. Just two. We found two, right? The path of reflection. That's a beautiful picture. I don't want to risk zooming in though. Bob Ross arc. I did art. I did art. I took a lot of advice and then I worked on Clip Studio Paint and I leveled up a little bit. Most of you guys probably didn't see it, but I did art and I was like very proud of it. I still think the Haka piece that I did is like the best thing that I've done in my entire life to date. But I did a new Clip Studio Paint version and it was like pretty dang good. And I'm like, I was very proud of it. Yeah. I'm still banned from the bucket, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. For those of you that saw it, did you catch the reference? Did you catch the reference? I don't know whether Muna Senpai is a zoomer or a boomer. I actually don't know. Probably a zoomer, but I'm not sure. But I was just like, let's see if she catches the reference. And I don't think she caught the reference. I think like she did not recognize where it was from. But I know. Because I'm a boomer. It's the Sailor Moon meme. Yep. And not like the new one either. Nothing against Crystal, but like is like old school Sailor Moon. Old school. Oh my god. That's my favorite Sailor Moon meme. I like it better than the one where it's like, my job here is finished, but you didn't do anything. And he just like leaves. That's my third favorite one. The one where Tuxedo Mask is like, my job here is finished. That's my third favorite Sailor Moon meme. And then just to let you know right now, I don't know how to use a computer is my number one. Like, that's my favorite one. Yeah. What's number two then? It's the one where like Usagi, the main character, like the main character's looking like straight at the camera and it's like a zoom in of her face and she says, there's no point in like thinking, or it's like there's no point in like thinking too much or something like that, right? That's like my second favorite one. Because like if the more I look at it, the more it makes me laugh because like her mouth is positioned a little bit too high, like on her face. It's just like not the normal position. And it's just like she looks so derpy and it's just like, there's no point in thinking about it. And it's just like, what? She's got a really derpy look on her face. I love it. I use that one as a reaction image. If like somebody is talking to me and it's like gone way over my head because I'm too dumb to understand what they're talking about, I hit them with that Sailor Moon meme and they're just like, all right, Ves, okay. We won't get anywhere by thinking. That one right there. Yeah. We won't get anywhere by thinking. The look on her face is just so... Thinking isn't gonna get us anywhere. Just, alright, the people that are like commenting on it, look at the picture of that face. Look how derpy her face looks. The more you look at it, the derpier it gets, and I love it. It's so good. I can't post it, I can't show you it. Because, you know, it's IP, but please Google like Sailor Moon meme. We won't get anywhere by thinking. Like, Okay, okay. Back into it, back into it. Vivi, thank you very much for the photo. This is like Vesper core. I would go on like an 8-mile hike just to see this lake. I would. Oh, Atsuko, that's you. There's a turtle and fish as well. The picture was taken off a dock with cute little benches. Yo, that is so cool. I would go on an 8-mile hike just to go to this lake and just hang out. There's a turtle. I see this thing. Tree bobber. You think I was born yesterday? Tree bobber. I got got by that when I was in 3rd grade. I got by that when I was in 3rd grade. And it was a humiliating experience and I never forgot it to this day. ATTIC. There we go. Okay, next. Sophia G. Sombra. Thank you very much for the photo. It's me! Wait. Do you have the shadow of like... Do you draw... Is that the shadow of like the railing? That is so cool. The scholar knows all. Even in big cities, you can find some quiet places with good views. I just wanted to share this one place from Barcelona, Spain. I'm not good with words, but happy birthday, Vesper. Thank you very much, Sophia. I appreciate your birthday well wishes. Thank you very much. That is a hell of a view. That's beautiful, right? Elementary school shenanigans. Yep. Yep, yep. See, I wouldn't mind cities that much if I could live on a hill looking down at a city. I wouldn't mind it so much if I could like live on a hill looking down on it, right? But I'm usually like in it. I'm usually like, this is where I would be right here. I don't know if you can see my little like pointer on OBS, but like I would just be like in it. It's a vampire type thing to say. Vampire behavior. Come on, man. I'm just a little guy. The Grinch, exactly. The Grinch. No. That's Grinch core. It's Grinch core. Don't dox yourself like that. The Grinch is pretty good at singing, if I recall correctly. I should do like a Grinch arc, right? Where I turn as the Grinch. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be able to menacingly loom over a city. Grinch core is not a term I expected to hear on a Wednesday. Yeah, he's good for real, for real. I don't know if Sophia is here, but I would be interested in learning like how far this is from like the city center, right? By like public transportation. Maybe 20, 30, 40 minutes? I think 40 minutes about. I don't know. Get poked? What? No poke. No poke. You may poke it once. The Grinch shares the voice with Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger was also a VTuber for a hot minute. It went places. Man. One day. One day. I am here in 1 hour? Yeah. Like a view this beautiful? Like, it's worth the hour trip. Definitely. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I wonder if there's a place where you could, like, picnic. Like a nice, like, field of grass, and you can just, like, put down a blanket and just kind of, like, eat and hang out. Thank you for the photo. I hope you can enjoy that little spot and nobody wants. That means something else to me, dude. Ah, good times, good times. Ah, good old barbecue. Poke the grips. Hey, sometimes you just have to, like... like, I'm your grandpa, and I'm, like, laying, like... I'm laying, like, belly up on the ground, and my eyes open. My eyes are open, and I'm not moving, and it's like, is he dead? And, like, you just poke me in the eyeball, like, the open eyeball. And then, like, the surface of my eye, like, depresses as you're poking it just to see if I'm alive. And I am alive, I'm just, like, not responding. Yeah. My brain gives me all these, like, stupid images that I wish I could draw, but I can't. But now I kind of can, right? I feel like my goal in life as an artist is to get to the point where I could draw these stupid images in my head and then just show you. I'll just, like, post it onto YouTube community. Just, like, post it. It's like, see, like, this is the image that popped up in my head. Here you go. Oh, gross. Yeah. Vesper, you good? I think it's funny. I feel like my brain is constantly showing me things to try to make me laugh, just to cheer me up, which means my brain is on my side, right? And that image in my mind, like, makes me laugh. I think it's funny. I don't know why. That's the best part of gaining art skills. Yeah, I've just got a lot of, like, images in my head that I wish I could, like an overhead projector, and then, like, here, show you the image that's in my head, right? Your brain is working overtime. You still don't know how to use Twitter. I know how to use Twitter. I can @ people. I know how to use a hashtag. I know I checked the art one. I don't fully understand why you would use one, but it's just like culture, right? My brain has wrapped around the idea that, like, hashtags is like a part of the culture of Twitter, even though, like, it's kind of redundant because, like, you could just, like, post it and then people could check your Twitter page, which is the same thing. But I understand that, like, it's not about, like, logic, it's about, like, culture, right? Yeah. I don't know. Memes, the DNA for the soul. I could use that hashtag. A long time ago, Dez taught me how to quote retweet, and he's like, the only reason you would do this is to ratio someone. Go for it. And I was like, what? And then Dez explained to me the concept of a ratio, and then I was like, but that's really mean. I wouldn't do that. And he gave me the most disgusted look, and he was like, weak. It's like the Itachi meme where he's like, it's the Itachi meme where he's like beating the shit out of Sasuke, and he's like, you're weak, Vesper. Do you know why you're so weak? You lack hatred. You lack hatred. It's not until you ratio your best friend. You have to ratio your best friend to get the Mangekyo Sharingan. Could you imagine? You have to ratio your best friend. Okay, let's move on. I know, I'm gonna be here for like 8 hours because I'm just like saying the stupidest crap and I should be enjoying your photos that you guys sent me. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get back to it. Ratio the whole clan! Could you imagine if like the clan specific jutsu was like ratio no jutsu? He's just like ratioing everybody. It's just like, no! Okay. Suppapong, thank you very much for the photo. What the heck? It's a bus. Happy birthday, Vesper. This is our very normal local bus on a city roof that you can climb in. It's part of a giant, interactive, and climbable art exhibit. Ah, this is a museum. That's really cool. Inside, you can find a circus, a jungle, caves, underground tunnels, mazes, a skate park, 10-story slide, bars, food, aquarium, and even crawl out of a life-size whale sculpture's butt. And that's just inside. Whoa. And I'm guessing that it's completely safe to get into that bus. Like, it's not gonna like... It's not gonna rotate you, like, onto the ground. Right? Completely safe. Alright. Of the things the Suppapong mentioned, which one would I be the most interested in? Circus, jungle, caves, underground tunnel. Underground tunnel, maybe? Maze? No thank you. No thank you to the maze. Skate park, 10-story slide, bars, food, aquarium. Bar is up there. Underground tunnel and bar, I think, would be the two that I'm like into. I got lost in a maze as a child once and I started crying. I got lost in a maze, and the maze walls were not like walls; they were made out of like plants, right? It's weird. It's a little bit difficult to explain, but it's a maze where the walls of the maze were made out of like a plant, right? A tall type of plant, and then my sister like Kool-Aid manned her way to me. It was great. She like went full Kool-Aid man and just like went through the plants and just went straight to me, and then she's just like, all right, we're done with the maze, and then she grabbed my hand and pulled me out of the maze. Yeah. That's it. There's no punchline to that story. It was just like, I got lost in a maze and I was crying, and then my sister Kool-Aid manned her way to me. She's like, oh yeah, and then like went through the walls of the maze, and then yeah, found me, and then like got me out. Ever since then, I don't like mazes. I don't even like mazes in video games. I just don't like looking at them, right? In a video game, if I see like a maze level, it's just like, I don't like this. Yeah. Did she yell, oh yeah? No. At the time, she didn't. But in my mind, assuming that like my memories can be edited like a video, like a YouTube video, I edit in the oh yeah like every time. Yeah. She no clipped. Could you imagine? She's like, okay, console, and then she presses the tilde button, and then it brings up the console, and then she does like the admin command, like / like no clip, and then she just goes right through. Yeah. Just follow the left-hand rule and rotate every maze ever. Does that actually work? It probably takes forever though, right? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. I think the underground tunnel sounds pretty cool. The bar sounds really cool. The aquarium sounds really cool. Crawling out of a life-size whale sculpture's butt. There's a joke there, but I'm not smart enough to think about it. It's too early. There's a joke, but I just can't think about it. Because anything to do with like crawling out of a butt is just like inherently funny, but I can't think of anything like I tried, and my brain was just like, just move on. It's getting weird. It's getting awkward. It sounds like a fun date. Yeah, the whale gets a twofer. The silence, let it cook. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on and we're gonna look at photos and we're gonna have fun, and then like 30 minutes from now I'm gonna like bust out like somebody's gonna come in after we're done with this photo and they're just not gonna know the context, and I'm gonna crack a joke about crawling out of a whale's ass, and then people are just gonna be like, what? Okay, let's go, let's move on. But it's gonna be in the back of my head cooking the entire time. Sushi, thank you for the... Whoa, what is that? You see that? The art is really cute too. I would totally not die in direct sunlight like that because I'm a normal person, right? Absolutely. Delayed joke, let's go. What is this? What's this like stick thing that's like standing out? Hi Vest, the pain of your absence is sharp and haunting. I would give anything not to know it. Anything but never knowing you at all, which would be worse. Happy birthday. What else is there to say but thank you for everything that you've done. Can't wait to see more of you. Wizard status soon, yeah? Soon. Soon. Oh, hold on a second. I forgot to add in my entry, but this place is actually one of the tiny islands in Palawan, Philippines. One of the most beautiful beaches I've seen, and I'm from the tropics. Southeast Asia is goated. Indeed! Indeed. Thank you, Sushi. What is this thing? What's this like stick that's sticking out of the ground? It's just a pole thing? So you didn't put that in. It was like there when you got there. The shaft. The shaft. I can't end the stream. I have to look at everything. The most normal and hinged resident scholar. I guess I can ask a question. Is this a private beach? Every beach that I've been to has been like incredibly crowded. I don't think I've ever seen a beach, and they're not close to, like, look at the water color. Look at the color of the surf. This is a beautiful beach. And I don't know why it's so empty, right? There's nobody there. Or did you just take the perfect photo, and if you look just a little bit to the left or the right, there's like huge crowds of people? This is like an incredibly beautiful beach, and it's completely empty. Every beach that I've ever gone to has just been packed with people. Absolutely packed, and there's like screaming children running around, and it's just like, oh man. Ah, it's a private beach and they're open for tours. That totally makes sense, right? Clearly it's not private. The shaft is there. I mean it says it's private. They ate the others. Pixel Magic Eraser. I watched that commercial over and over and over again. Nope, it's private. You can rent it for a day if you wish, but they're usually open for boat tours. See? Look. Sushi's the one that took the photo. And Sushi says it is a private beach, right? Like, look how beautiful this beach is. Like, the scenery means, like, oh my god, there would be, like, tens of thousands of people, like, packed onto this beach if it was public, I think. Right? The thing is, like, I think my main bias, like, mountain versus ocean, mountain versus beach, is because every beach that I've gone to has just been, like, packed with people. And I'm just like, I'm not a crowds guy. I don't like the crowds. I don't like too many people. But I think if I went to a beach and it was like this, I would be like, this is at least equal. This is at least equal to, like, a mountain. It might be better than a mountain. In my place, the beach is not crowded. That might be like a forever area, like where you don't want to move. Like, you want to live there forever because it's just like a non-crowded sushi unlock manga Kyoshining. There were like 5 groups when we went there, so hardly any people. Oh, this sounds wonderful. Wonderful. I suspect that getting a good picture of a public beach would involve going on a cold day with poor surfing conditions. Pictures don't tell the temperature well after all. Exactly, yeah. Like, look, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's sunny. That sand is pristine. It's like beautiful sand, right? There's no trash anywhere or anything like that. And then look at the color of the water. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I don't like beaches because I don't like the heat. I like it. I like cold weather better than hot weather as well, but I think, like, my main bias against it... Also, the beach is usually, like, significantly cooler than other areas, other regions, right? Because when you're near, like, such a gigantic body of water, there's, like, that cooling effect, right? Yeah. It gets hotter when you're in, like, a valley. It's like an oven. Beaches tend to be, like, pretty cool, even when it's, like, full sunlight. Of course, you can still get sunburned, but, yeah. Palawan, if I recall, is generally pretty clean and nice looking. Yeah. Just saying, Sushi. If I had access to a beach like this, I think I would be closer to being a beach person. Yeah. I don't like sand. I'm gonna say something really stupid, okay? I like sand because of a manga. I like sand because of Hajime no Ippo. That's all I'll say. Sand is a training tool, okay? Sand is good for training. It makes you stronger. And of course... Please don't tell me you ate sand. Only if a bully is like, we're gonna make you eat sand. Okay. Sushi, thank you for the photo. Thank you. Okay, next. Taco, what is that? Happy birthday, Noah OG. I went to Switzerland last year and I bought along this silly Vespi patch. It was my first trip outside of Southeast Asia. So I'm happy that you were able to accompany me. There were lots of pretty views. Thank you for always cheering me up with your smiles and streams. Thank you. Thank you, Taco. What animal is that? Please visit when you can. Yeah. Vesper's gonna make chatty. I would never do that. What animal is that? A sheep? Is it a sheep? Look, what is that? It's a goat? Oh, interesting. Man's never had fried sand. Shake my head. Shake my head. Oh, Christy Shaver, thank you for the super chat. I got all of HOLO-EN Live and Stars Valentine's voice packs. Yours was my favorite. No way! I set your birthday out. It clicks with a notification. Makes me smile. Thanks. Yeah, I thought that my birthday voice pack was gonna get vetoed because it's a voice pack with no like lines. I'm just doing like I'm humming, right? Like there's no spoken word, and I was absolutely certain that it was gonna get like vetoed. But my manager thought it was hilarious. They were just like, I remember some of these. Lol. Okay, let's go with that. Yeah. The Valentine's Day one, I have mixed feelings about. I have mixed feelings about the Valentine's Day one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make the people that are happy on that day feel less happy. So I'd rather just stay in my own lane and do my taxes, right? That's like the way that I approach it. Because I think a lot of people are happy and they deserve to be happy. Come on. Don't judge them. But me personally, that's when I do my taxes. It's just like, let's just get it all out of the way in one day. Was it the jazz music? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. Don't worry about it. Doing his taxes, what? There's nothing I fear more than doing the wrong thing. It's weird, I understand. But man, Taco, I would love to visit the Switzerland. Look at that. What I would want to do is I would want a bike tour across Switzerland just because it's like mountainous and beautiful. This is at Mount Pilatus in Switzerland, by the way. It's super pretty with lots of mountain views. It's good for hiking. Yeah, it looks like it. I see like a little like stone hut in the background. I see like a little like house in the background. I'm guessing that, is that like a private house and this is their goats and stuff like that? I don't know. IDK. I'm gonna go 1 full year and not miss a single scheduled stream. I'm not gonna cancel a scheduled stream. I'm not gonna cancel a stream for 1 full year. And then I'm gonna reward myself with like a cool vacation. What do you guys think about that, huh? So basically, I want to get to my wizard tier birthday in 2024. And then maybe the following month, like March 2024, go on like a cool vacation somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, I rest every week. I have 2 days off where I don't, well, okay. There's a reason why I have Monday and Tuesdays off. There's a reason why I have Mondays and Tuesdays off every week, and it's because those are my two. Yeah, no, we can talk about it. I think we've talked about like meetings on stream. Those are my like work meeting days. So I do the meeting. If I do the meeting, then I don't have to stream. So it's just like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. That way they don't overlap. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it's good. Mondays, am I right? Mondays, am I right? I don't think that's very restful. They're just meetings. It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. So not really days off, a separation of work. Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Makes sense, but I wouldn't call it rest. I feel like Zatsudan and membership streams are basically rest days for me. If I was like the streamer that you were managing, a needy streamer, if you make me do a Zatsudan, then my stress doesn't go up. So it kind of counts like a rest day. IMO. So you're saying that you don't actually rest? I do. The Zatsudans are my rest days. They are. Also, art is really fun. Art is super fun. Can I come to the meetings with you? I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy in a Zoom meeting. I'm gonna be that guy in a Zoom meeting where I'm like talking about like, oh yes, this project is coming along nicely. We should touch base about the scheduling stuff like that. Oh, that might be difficult if we have to do it like that. And then like a vestie just like walks up, and then I just like sit them on my lap and it's like, sorry, the kid just has a mind of its own, you know? Anyways, continue on, guys. Right? Everybody knows like that guy in a Zoom meeting, right? I think it's perfectly fine if the kid's not crying. I think it's cute. But definitely, like, when the kid starts crying, it's just like, damn, man. Whoo! You brought your own hype, man. Yeah, the interview in the news. I know exactly what you're talking about. Touch some base, nerd. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's a cool jacket. I would love to wear that. Maybe I should go to Switzerland. I haven't decided yet. I might do like a community post poll when the time comes up, like my birthday comes up, and it's like, hey, these are like 3 or 4 spots I was thinking of going on vacation since I made it a whole year without canceling a stream. Where do you guys think I should go? Please mute yourself. Oh, you drew that? Oh, the art is so beautiful. I'm gonna get better at art. I'm gonna get even better at art. I feel it in my bones. Like, that's gonna be... Writing, I think I still have like a mental block, but like the art, it feels good. And people have warned me that like it's gonna get heartbreaking the first time you get... the first time you get art block is gonna be like soul crushing and heartbreaking, but enjoy it while like you're just having fun. Ooh, Brazil. Every time I see the word Brazil, this weird like music clip like plays in my head. Damn it. I blame one person and one person only for that music clip playing in my head every time I see the word Brazil. Okay, maybe the vesties that are from Brazil can tell me like what the heck this sound clip is, okay? Can you guys hear it? Okay. It's like Brazil, 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 dun 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 dun, and it's like, why does that play? Get out of my head! What is that from? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like, I don't know where it came from. It's like this like music that plays in my head. I don't know where that's from. It's a classic? What is it? You guys know what I'm talking about? I know what you're talking about. What is it? Where did it come from? It's just stuck in my... Every time I see the word Brazil, like that plays in my head and it drives me crazy. They play it when Brazil scores a goal. Good old Bariaga. It's just like it plays in my head and it drives me crazy every time. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Taco, thank you very much. Oh. I don't even know the video context of it. I just like hear it and it's just like, damn it, again. Tsukiko Ichinose, thank you very much for the photo. It's a bird. It's a bird with a long snoot. Ariaga too. The Brazil brainworms are real. Also, if you're going to Switzerland, I recommend Bern for city views and Jungfrau for the snow mountains. I used to go What? Oh, I was supposed to go skydiving, but the weather was pretty cloudy, so I missed my chance. Oh. Never forget 7-1. Mani Solkati, thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, let's move on. Hi, Noah Oji. I didn't get to go biking, but I went on my first trip to Florida's Discovery Cove. There was a whole underwater and dolphin experience. I know when I get home, I'm going to be an introvert for such a long while. Here's some birds that were running wild. Hope it made you chuckle. I like how they have very long snoots. It's like that dog, right? That dog that became a meme. And it's like sticking its nose into a Pringles can. It's like that, but a bird. Hey Vesper, if you want to go on a prolonged trip, the old pilgrim path in Europe might be something to consider. Often very scenic. Interesting, interesting. I didn't do it for you. Hey, it's me on a phone. Where's those dogs are weird, man. What a meme. What a meme. I have a question. I'll just admit it. I'll just admit it right now. Yeah, I'm a little unhinged. Yeah. I've been known to like take the hinges off and unwind here and there. Now and again, right? I had to feed the bird to take that picture. I drew that picture every two. Oh! Man, why there's so many good artists in my community? That's a beautiful... I've heard the goal is like to make your art piece as recognizable as quickly as possible, and then when you add the little details, it'll make it more like rich, right? I think like with my own artwork, I have difficulty making it recognizable until like near the very end, right? I could tell like even when it's like super tiny and it's like on a phone and there's a heckin' long boy of a bird in the photo, I can still tell that's me. I'm doing the thing where I'm like pointing. That's me. I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio like pointing at a TV. That's me. That's me. Vesper, you are the most unhinged holoprotons I've seen to date, and it's great. I think I'm pretty hinged. I don't know. I do my taxes. I'm afraid of breaking rules. I like a night cheese here and there. You want the audience to understand what you're trying to show them. Exactly. Yeah. Recognizable as you know what it's about, or you can tell. Yeah. Yeah, I mean recognizable as in like if you're trying to draw a dog, you want it to be recognizable as a dog as quickly as possible. Something like that, right? Oh, come on, man. I'm pretty hinged. The back pedal. I think I'm middle of the road. I think I'm middle of the road. Mm-hmm. You bought a boar hunting spear. I think everybody should have a boar hunting spear in their house. Alright, yeah, maybe I am the most unhinged. That's like the thing that makes me unhinged is that like I thought that the words I think that everybody should have a boar spear in their house like emerged in my mind. And then like the thing that makes me agree that I'm pretty unhinged is that like I agree with that. Like I unironically agree with that statement. I can't. No. Yeah, it's just like, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's what an unhinged person would say. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. I'm working on it. Alright? I'm working on it. Here's the thing. If I became, like, completely hinged, it would be like, you know, like perfectly smooth SpongeBob? SpongeBob is only SpongeBob because he's, like, spongy and porous, right? Do you remember the meme where he becomes perfectly smooth? Perfectly hinged Vesper is like perfectly smooth SpongeBob. And it's just like, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. You need it. You need it. Yeah. You've got all kinds of hinges. Yeah. Vesper runs for office with the goal of getting a boar spear in every home. Exactly. That's my platform. Uncannily Vesper. Okay. Okay. I want that bird. I just want it. That's such a mess because it's like a wild animal. Like, you shouldn't touch it. You shouldn't get close to it. I just want it. I would like look at that bird and just look at it like right in the eye. Like my forehead touching its forehead. It's like, I want you. Get in my car. Right? Speak softly and carry a boar spear. A boar spear in every home. A bucket of rice under every yard. Listen. Listen. I don't bury it on public land, alright? It's safe and it's legal, alright? Because somebody pointed out, like, it's trash, right? If you bury it, like, if you go to, like, your local park with a shovel and you bury, like, a 5-gallon bucket of rice, that's, like, that's littering with extra steps, right? Yeah. You can have a hawk as a pet. Yeah, falconry. Yeah. Hinged status unhinged. To be fair, Vesper is perfectly hinged except that the door is gone. Only the hinges are left. Doors are optional. Okay? Doors are optional. It's supposed to make you think. The hinges are there to make you think that the door is in your heart. You just have to open it and let people in, right? Which is a lesson that I have yet to learn, that I'm like still ruminating on. I'm trying to like internalize it. I'm trying to let people in, right? The hinges are there to let me know that the door is in my heart and I need to open the door and let people in, right? Okay? Yeah. 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 What about the doorknobs? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's suddenly philosophical. I'm just Kingdom Hearts. I'm 12 and this is profound. Okay, let's move on. Tsukiko, thank you very much for the photo. Oh, I hope you had a good time on your vacation. Vacation trip, right? Yeah. Okay. Remian, thank you very much for the photo. That's a beautiful... Holy... Happy birthday, Grimes. This is a picture I took in Heidelberg, Germany. In Heidelberg, Germany. My friends and I were pretty high up, to the point where we could see the clouds and the pretty sunset. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me. I hope... And I wish to share it with you and the Vesties as well. That is a beautiful sunset. Sunset? Yeah, sunset. Yeah. I've had a friend tell me that sunsets make them sad, right? And I don't think that's the wrong way to think, but for me, I like sunsets. They make me happy. Is that weird? Can I get like a unofficial poll for like every vestie that's hanging out with me right now? If you look at a beautiful sunset, does it make you sad or happy? My friend said it makes them feel sad. Sad. Like wistful, melancholic, right? Oh, it's definitely beautiful. I'm just thinking more about like, what emotions do you feel when you see a sunset? Melancholic, wistful, pensive, happy and sad. I don't want to do a YouTube poll. I just kind of want to see like, yeah, neither. Bittersweet. Why not both? I feel nothing. Happy, peaceful. Yeah. Oh, definitely both emotions are very valid. Yeah. I think it has more to do with like your view on life, maybe? I don't know. Makes me feel calm. Yeah. Explosive? What? That I've never heard. Depends on what happened in the day. True. Assuming that you had a neutral day. Assuming that your day was neutral and you didn't have a super good day or a super bad day. You're just kind of like, it was a normal day. An average day. Every emotion at once. It makes me cry because my eyes are burning. Huh. It's maybe an abstract appreciation of his beauty. Stunned? Feels like the world is at a standstill. It's a SpongeBob reference. Acceptance, usually happy. Sunset reminds me of the first episode of Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Amazing. You're not that old. It's the reverse issue with SpongeBob. It's the reverse issue. What the people that are a little bit too old to be a Zoomer, but too young to be a Boomer, don't understand is that the SpongeBob of your like generation was Simpsons for me. So I know basically every Simpsons reference, and I only know a hodgepodge of SpongeBob. Because SpongeBob was like after my time. I was like a fully fledged adult working when SpongeBob was like the cultural like hub of your generation. For me, like Simpsons is what you see as SpongeBob. Yeah. So I know SpongeBob stuff, but I didn't watch every episode. I watched maybe 15 episodes of SpongeBob. Maybe 20. Maybe like 20 to 25 or so. Yeah. Ask Mag for help there. Christy, thank you for the super chat. I think sunrises are magical, but that may be because I'm never awake for them. You know that they exist in theory, and you've seen photos of it. Yeah. Dental plan. He said it's braces. Dental plan. Yeah. Yo, King of the Hill is so good. I couldn't appreciate King of the Hill when I was a kid and watching it next to The Simpsons because The Simpsons is more like direct, right? King of the Hill is like, it's like a ninja and it like sneaks into your brain. And then it performs surgery that you don't know that you need. And then like years later, you're just like, ah, King of the Hill fixed that before I knew that it needed to be fixed, right? King of the Hill is so good. Pocket sand. Okay. So back to the photo. I think the reason why I enjoy looking at sunsets in particular I hate being negative, but definitely like when I wake up, I have to like psych myself up, right? Do you guys do this too? I like every morning I wake up in my bed and I think like, I would love to just sleep in a little bit more. Sleeping is nice, right? But I have to like psych myself up and just be like, no, get up. Do some stuff. You'll have fun. And I usually like carrot on a stick myself to get up by saying like, if you get up, you can drink the good tea. And then I drink the good tea, right? And I think the reason why I enjoy a sunset is I look at a sunset and almost every time I look at it, it's like, see, your day was better than you thought it would be when you woke up, right? Almost every time that I've looked at a beautiful sunset, I've thought to myself, you were so negative when you woke up this morning and your day was like anywhere from like 2 to 50 times better than you thought it would be. You need to stop being so negative, Vesper, because you had a pretty good day, and to cap off that day is the beautiful sunset, right? Right? I'm just so negative, and my day is almost always better than I thought it would be than when I woke up. Yeah. That's why I like sunsets. How do I feel about sunrises? I worry. I look at it and I go, wow, that's beautiful. And then the invasive thought after I watch a sunrise is, I hope this is not the peak of my day. I hope this is not the best part of my day. I hope there's still something coming up to look forward to. I think I'm a sunset guy, not a sunrise guy. Yeah. Sunrises piss me off. Now I'm imagining the simple sins like, yeah, like local man yells at sunrise, right? And it's the Simpsons meme with Grandpa Simpson like yelling at a cloud, but it's like local man yells at sunrise, and it's like simple sins like with his like fist raised at a sunrise, and he's just like yelling at a sunrise, right? Local man yells at sunrise. Bro, that's depression. Okay, it's true, it's true. Okay, let's move on. Arts from afar. And it's the 4 Vanguard boys. I'm still internalizing that we can call them Vanguard. Because I distinctly remember that that's like supposed to be internal, but whatever, man. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. Would you recommend that people watch King of the Hill in American dub or sub? What? I would pay a lot to watch King of the Hill in Japanese dub. Could you even imagine that? Could you even imagine watching King of the Hill in Japanese dub? Please tell me that exists. Has that ever like happened? Does that exist? It has a Japanese dub? Haka, hello, good morning. No freaking way. Is it as beautiful as I think about it? Is it as beautiful as I think it is? Is the Japanese dub of King of the Hill as beautiful as I think it is? What is the dub? What? Alright, like, what is the Japanese way to say that boy ain't right? And how did they... Oh my god, how did they do that? I don't think I can say it on stream, but there was like... In season 1, when Hank's new neighbor came in, and they did like the joke that I probably can't say it, right? How could they do that joke? There's no way. You guys know what joke I'm talking about, right? There's like no way they can do that joke. What? Aitsu okashi. Aitsu okashi. Hank sounds like a Yakuza dad. Oh, it's so good. You know what joke I'm talking about. Does Boomhauer just use Kansai Ben? Oh my god. Anyway, we're gonna move on. I'm heading into dangerous territory, but like I'm gonna Google that. I would pay good money to see like King of the Hill in Japanese dub. What would Boomhauer sound like? That's a good question. There's a French-Canadian dub of King of the Hill. My favorite arc in King of the Hill was where Bill is like Southern royalty, right? He's like Louisiana royalty or something like that. Like his family house is like a mansion, and like people are like after like his inheritance. And it's my favorite arc. It was so funny. Oh my god. Okay. Look, it's the Vanguard boys. Good stuff, good stuff. It tastes like turtles. The Bulldozer. Sandcastle. Grace, thank you for the beautiful art. I like how I'm still wearing gloves. Have I ever built a sandcastle? Hold on. I don't think I've ever built a sandcastle before. Ever. I should fix that. Yo, King of the Hill watch along? Dude, Ranger, I should... Alright. I'm gonna do a watch along. I'm gonna do a watch along with the Vesties, but I think the first one that I want to watch is Star Trek 4. I want to watch Star Trek 4. I also want to watch Apollo 13, because that's a great movie. I want to watch King of the Hill in Japanese dub. I want to watch... Yeah. I have been to a beach, yeah, but I've never built a sandcastle before. Man, if I could build it on stream, that would be kind of cool. What did you do in playgrounds as a kid? Kivat, that's a really good question. What did I do in playgrounds as a kid? Now I'm trying to like bring up the memory. I had a funny conversation with my manager yesterday. Day before? Yesterday. The day before? Yesterday. Yesterday I had a really... Alright. Well, first let me answer the question. What did I do in playgrounds as a kid? Okay, I remember what the playground looked like where I grew up. What did I do there? There was like swing sets, and there was like a monkey bar, and then there was like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like an igloo. Yeah, it looked like an igloo, but it was made out of like concrete, right? It's like a dome. There was a dome, and then like there was like two entrances. One entrance in, one entrance out. I used to sit in the dome and pretend that I was a turtle. I distinctly remember that. Yeah. I remember thinking that the dome was my shell, right? And then when other kids came in, I was like, you can't be here. This is my shell. Yeah, I remember that. And then whenever I needed to go home, I would just be there. That's where I would be. That was my home. Yeah. Anyways, the story that I remember. So this is gonna be like really weird. This makes it sound like we're like effing around and like not actually like working, but we do. We work really hard, right? I don't know how it came up, but my manager was like, "Hey, Ves, do you remember the first time that you gained sentience?" I was like, "What?" It's like, when did you like first? When was your first memory? When did you realize that like you existed, right? Which is it's like, when was your first memory, right? So I thought about it, and I was just like, okay, this is my first memory that I can imagine, that I remember, right? I remember as a very tiny child. I think I was still a toddler because I didn't walk properly yet. I remember I lived in a place where it rained every day at 4 p.m. 3 to 4 p.m. on the dot. It would rain. And I remember there were lizards everywhere. There's just tons of lizards. And I remember I spent most of my days like chasing the lizards, right? Trying to catch them. And they're like really fast, right? And then I remember the day, like one day I actually caught a lizard. I don't know how I did it, but I caught it and it was like wiggling in my hand. And like the first thought was like, oh, this thing's alive. Because the way that it's moving is like too random, right? The way that it was moving in my hand was like, oh, this thing is like alive. This is like a living thing. And then I remember panicking, right? And then I remember thinking, I'm alive. Because I move semi-randomly. I move in a way that is not dissimilar to this thing that's in my hand, just on a bigger scale. And then I think that's when I realized that I was like a living thing. And then I panicked because the lizard was like wiggling in my hand. And I was like, I don't want to kill it. I remember thinking like, I don't want to hurt this thing. And then I was just like, what do I do? I can't drop it because I might hurt it. And then I was just like, what do I do with I don't, Vest, you idiot, don't squeeze because you could kill it. And then yeah, I remember I started crying because I didn't know what to do with this living thing in my hand because I didn't want to hurt it. I didn't know what to try to put it in the mouth. No. And then I was crying, and then my grandma, was it my grandma? Somebody came out and was like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? And I was just like, I don't know what to do. And like, just let it go. Just let it go. Just drop it. And then I dropped it. But I think that's the first time that I realized that I was alive. That's my first, like, actual memory. Yeah. Is that stupid? Am I an idiot? And like, I'm phrasing it in a way that makes it think that I had, like, higher thought. Imagine what I just described to you, but like an idiot child, right? Like, I didn't know that lizards were alive. I didn't even consider myself alive, right? And then I catch the lizard and I'm holding it and I feel it moving in a way that's like, oh, this thing's alive. Wait, I'm alive. Yeah. Is that weird? That's like when I gain sentience. I don't know. I'm making it sound way more eloquent and like I had higher level thinking. It was very low level thinking. It was very low level thinking. Mine was when my nephew first brought home. I was 1.5 years old. Interesting. Eat lizard! I cried in 3rd grade when I realized I was mortal. Yeah! That might be it. Like, I didn't realize that, like, I was fragile and I could die. And it's like, this lizard could die, like, right now. Like, if I just, like, squeezed, like, I could end this lizard and I don't want to end it. And I was like, wait, I'm fragile. I could be ended the way that this lizard is ended, because the thing is, like, I'm looking at this lizard and it's tiny, right? And there's these giant things around me that feed me and laugh at the stupid things that I do, but they could crush me too, the way that I could crush this lizard. And it's like, I don't want that, right? Anyways, that was the first time that I became sentient or sapient, right? There's a difference between sentience and sapience. Like, they're very different things. Well, they're related but different. Anyways, I don't know if I believe that you're mortal. Don't think about it too much. I'm mortal. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much. Don't worry about it. Okay. It's gonna take me like 9.5 hours to get through this, just because every photo, like, I launch into a stupid story. How did it go from sandcastles to, like, me talking about when I gained sapience? I don't know. Exactly, thinking won't get us anywhere. Grace, thank you very much for the beautiful photo. Art piece. Kanoke, thank you very much for the photo. What is this? I'm lost in a jungle, and I'm holding a map upside down. Wait, what is this? Flapadoodle, thank you very much for the super chat. I became sentient when I threw a metal fork away and realized it doesn't go in the trash. Ranger FGO, thank you very much for the super chat. My first memory was when I was 4 or 5. I was wearing overalls and the front door opened to the... What? See, God was going to church that day. That's incredible. What? Golden light? Haka, you are breathing manually now. No! At least it's not you are now walking manually and then you trip. Have you ever done that, Haka? Haka, have you ever been like walking and then you're like... There's a rhythm to walking where if the rhythm is even a little bit off, you're just gonna like stumble and fall flat on the ground. Have you ever done that before? And especially if you're running or jogging, because that's a yeah. You are now walking manually. Felix, thank you for the super chat. So in a nutshell, you gain consciousness because you touched a lizard. For me, it was my big sister telling me you can breathe through the nose, and I didn't believe her. And I did it, and it's suddenly consciousness. I've legit forgotten how to walk. Me too! Me too, Vesty! I've also forgotten how to walk. You know what's the worst, Haka? Have you ever been on a treadmill and you've forgotten how to run? That's the worst, because you just... It's terrifying. The treadmill doesn't give a shit that you've forgotten how to walk. It just does, right? Have you ever been on a treadmill and you forgot how to walk? And it's like, hey, treadmill, I forgot how to walk. And the treadmill is like, haha, sounds like a you problem, idiot. I'm gonna keep going. And it's just like, uh-oh. And then you have to slap that big red button. Let's fucking go. It becomes a trebuchet. Nah, you gotta be joking. No, it's actually happened before. Have you forgotten how to stop? No, it's just a big red button, right? Yeah. Arnolfo Mendez, thank you very much for the super chat. Mine was getting swarmed by ants. It has remained a core memory and a lesson not to F with nature. That's a good lesson right there. I've been slapped to the wall by it. Oh, I have to draw a GIF of that. Oh, that's too good. That's too good. Now I'm imagining like Haka in bird form, like walking on a treadmill, and then somebody puts a seed in front of him, like on the little thing in front of the treadmill that's like not moving, the little plastic mold, and then he stops to peck at it, and then the treadmill like launches him into the wall. And then, like, his body deforms like a water balloon as it's being, like, smashed into the wall. And then he face plants really quickly into the ground. And his tail feathers are up. See, I have these stupid images in my head, and I wish I could make them into art, but I can't. I don't have, like, the requisite skill, like, to put the image in my head onto paper. Anyway. My first memory? Oh, Ghastly Yokai, thank you very much for the super chat. Oh wait, Quattros Kerbex, thank you very much for the super chat. I don't have legs, I move on wheels like a Segway boy, let's go. Ghastly Yokai, thank you for the super chat. I love your profile picture. My first memory is waking up under my two sisters' bunk bed and bonking my head. Then I ran to my mother and asked, what am I? What? Could you imagine being a parent? Could you imagine being a parent? Gotta go finish work. Thanks for the stream. Me too! Me too, bestie! I gotta finish work too! What am I doing? Okay, we gotta go to the art. Misfits, thank you for the super chat. Remember this one time as a kid, I was trying to sleep and I forgot how to breathe automatically. So I laid there breathing, trying to remember. Okay, let's do it. So I'm lost. I do tend to get lost pretty often, but Himo, thank you for the super chat. Haka went to the window to the wall. Mother, what am I, mother? Yeah. I do tend to get really worked up when I get lost, which I don't like. Jimmy, do you guys know country music legend Jimmy Noir? Country music legend Jimmy Noir, my very own beloved brother. When he gets lost, he has a very like positive outlook on it. His positive outlook on getting lost is like, oh cool, I can be late without feeling bad about it. Now, I asked him about like why he doesn't mind getting lost, and he's like, for me, he's like, well, it's because like if I'm late, I don't have to feel bad about it anymore. And it's like, that's a really good way to look at it. But for me, when I get lost, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be late, and I just start like freaking out. The Jimmy Noir. Yeah, I'm name dropping. I'm a name dropper. Yeah, I'm a name dropper. The more well-known Noir, exactly. What is your sister's name and what kind of a hat does she wear? I'm not gonna dox my sister. I am not gonna dox my sister. It's not gonna happen. But this photo, this picture, this art that Kanoke did is like pretty accurate to how I feel whenever I get lost. I start panicking and I start like, especially if I have to be somewhere at a certain time. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be late. Oh, I'm gonna inconvenience someone. It's like, no, I have to fix it as soon as I can. I panic a lot. Yep, just say sorry, I got lost. Yeah, I wish I could do that. I don't know. But you dox your brother? My brother's already a public figure. My sister is not a public figure. Listen, if you're a country music legend, you kind of give up. You kind of give up, right? You've permanently lost a part of your privacy, and you just have to like deal with it. Yeah. Is Jimmy single? He's not. He's married. No. Time to practice. 100%. 100%. Do you guys remember MapQuest? Why would I even bring that up? Now I'm imagining like printing out directions that I pulled up from MapQuest, and then the printed paper has like the ads from MapQuest, right? There's like an ad for like life insurance on the photo. I'm imagining like this photo, but instead of a map that says directions, it's like me like with like a stapled like MapQuest like directions. And then there's like a photo like ad for life insurance on it, right? Yeah. Thank you for the art. I like it. I feel like you understand me. Because like this expression on my face, this is probably what I actually look like when I get lost. And like my clothes are dirty and disheveled looking. And I'm in a jungle somewhere. I can imagine walking up to like a full-on tiger. I can imagine walking up to a full-on tiger and it's like, excuse me, sir. Do you know where the Bed Bath & Beyond is? I need to pick up a new plunger because my brain arbitrarily decided the plunger was too dirty for me to use, so I threw away a perfectly good plunger because there's no moving parts on it, and now I need to find a new plunger. And the tiger just eats me, right? The tiger just like... The tiger like swipes at me with like a 50-pound paw and just instantly breaks my neck and then just like eats me, right? Anyway, sorry for adding a really depressing narrative to your beautiful art. I'm sorry, Kanoke. I'm sorry. It's just the way that my stupid brain works. Yeah. Weirdly specific, but okay. Okay, next. Yo. Clover wait, are those goblins in the back? Does that goblin have a switch? What is that? An iPad? A switch? The life of Vesper just dropped. First of all, the art is beautiful. Thank you very much. I see that I'm holding a spear. Based. Is this wait, underwear check. Hold on a second. Underwear? Underwear! You almost got me. It's right there. You see it? Underwear number 3. Got him. Is there another one? Underwear 3. Right there. I didn't miss it. It's right there. I have 3 underwears. I caught them. You're after the streamer body. Okay. I got it right here. You thought I missed it, but I got it. Oops. Hold on. Okay. What are these goblins doing? What are you doing? Why does this goblin have a Nintendo Switch? One of the most based consoles. Ha 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 ha. Nintendo's a great company. You guys are great. You guys put out really good games. Fear. They're about to steal your spear? Never. They're after the rice? They're... No! You're not gonna D's nuts me. No. Are you a goblin slayer? I'm not. I feel like I too eat garbage and scatter when somebody flips on a light switch, right? I too eat garbage and scatter when somebody flips on a light switch, right? So it's just kind of like, okay. I respect the lifestyle. I respect the hustle, right? Their online service is top tier. Yo, I'm always late to your streams. There's nothing wrong about that. You just come in when you want. I had some... I don't know, man. I don't know. Roach perms, let's go. Yelling scatter is a euphoric experience. What about eating garbage? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wait, is that cloud of fish? Good point. But I like this art right here. Clover Waffle, thank you very much for the beautiful piece. I have questions about like what this goblin is carrying. Is it like an iPhone? Are these guys about to dox me? Could you imagine that? If like they're not trying to hurt me, I don't think they've got any weapons. I think all of these goblins are unarmed. Do you think like this one's gonna take like a photo and like upload it to Twitter? This goblin is definitely gonna like upload a photo onto Twitter and say, guess who I saw it in public? Yo, Vesties, is this your Oshi? Out in the forest? Burying rice? Public land? He's littering. It's your phone? No, it's too nice to be my phone. They're gonna leak your IP. I have a question about old memes, Vesper. I remember there was one old Toho meme that said to involve Suikai Ibuki. Do you know of it? I don't, actually. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Doesn't ring a bell. Are they trying to dox you? I feel like they're trying to dox me. Yeah. This dog hits you in a different way. Dog takes a photo. Ratio the goblins. You've been exposed, scatter. He's got your two-factor identification? Oh no. Look at this poser taking photos in the middle of the forest. High tension, easy mode. These goblins are kind of cute. I like how round their heads are. I think I'm gonna try to draw goblins this way from now on. They're taking photos of their Oshi. Clover, thank you very much. Next one, Lucky Carrot. Thank you for the beautiful art. Is this watercolor? This is definitely watercolor, right? I know watercolor when I see it. So is this physical art? Physical? That's the wrong word for it, right? There's like digital art, which is like you're using a tablet, and then there's like physical art. Analog art. If this is like you made it with like physical watercolor and like watercolor paper, how did you take a photo of it? Did you scan it? Kind of curious. One time my computer building buddy gave me $50 that he owed me because I paid for lunch. Like he forgot his like wallet or something, and I paid for lunch, and then he paid me back $50. And as he was handing me the two 20s and a 10, he said, "Here, analog PayPal." And then I just started laughing hysterically. That is like the weirdest thing to say when you're paying someone back in cash, right? They're like, "Here, analog PayPal." And I just started laughing. Anyway. In general, a lot of the art of me... Oh, hold on. Yeah. In general, a lot of the art of me... Oh yeah, I do tend to look pretty happy. Okay. Good. The rice should be around here. I look very at peace. It makes me want to be more like this. Is that weird? No, that's not. This is a stupid thing to ask if it's... No, of course. Like, the Vesties would be like, yeah, we want you to be more, like, relaxed and happy. How do you relax? That's my secret, Captain. I'm always tense. Now draw him crying. How do I relax? I don't know. Oh, you hear that? Crack my neck. Now draw him having a good time. I just really want to play Outer Wilds. Be in the moment. Now draw him. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? Listen! Vesties, listen! Vesties! Vesties! I crawl out of the whale! The whale does not crawl out of me! I got it! I made a joke about that. Do you guys remember that? Who was here since the very beginning? I crawl out of the whale. The whale does not crawl out of me, okay? We did it! We did it! We did it. Oh, we connected it. Stupid. Alright. No explanation. This is an in-joke between me and the Vesties that were here at the very beginning of the stream. No, don't spoil it, alright? No squealing, okay? No squealing. Lucky Carrot. Teach me how to do watercolor. I love the way that watercolor as a medium looks, but it feels really difficult to work with because I could just give you my opinion as somebody that's observed it. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you guys something interesting. My favorite type of stream to watch is the art stream. That might be why I was like discussing it with Dez, because Dez pointed out that like he might just be like encouraging me because he wants me to get into art more. I can't tell, but he's told me multiple times like you do art at a much higher level than people would expect based on like your experience level. He's like, if you've truly only been doing art for maybe like 20 or 30 hours, like you shouldn't be doing art at this level. It's like, are you sure, right? And so we were trying to get to the bottom of like why that is, if it's true. I don't know if it's true or not, right? Oh, I watch, yeah. Like, I love watching like HoloPro art streams. I love watching indie streamer art streams. I just like art streams. It's my favorite type of stream to watch. But, so we were trying to like do some like forensic examination of like my art history, right? And from 3rd grade to 6th grade, because I took that art class in 6th grade, which is where I stopped doing art. So from 3rd grade to 6th grade, I drew like this falcon, a diving falcon over and over again. And he's like, can you show it to me? And then I drew it for him, right? And he's like, those are good lines. Like you learn how to draw a curved line very early on through repetition, which is like difficult, right? And then the other thing is like, I told him that I just like watching art streams. And he's like, watching a gajillion art streams will not help you do good art, but it definitely doesn't hurt. It definitely does not hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Diariku? Diariku is an incredible artist. She works incredibly quickly, and she does this thing that I cannot comprehend, where she draws without line art. She draws with like big fuzzy lines, and she's like, faster, faster! And it's just like, how do you do that without any lines? It's weird. Yeah. It's interesting. I like watching a lot of art streams. Which is like different from actually getting into the trenches and like doing your own art. But I think those two things like gave me a head start. I don't know. Yeah. Watching a lot of animation. I don't think I've watched a lot of animators doing art. Do animators stream their work? I can't think of any. Also, I'm pretty good at copying. That might be like a natural skill that I have. I'm pretty good at copying. And it's not just like drawing. I can copy really well. Like if there's like a pattern, you know like kids used to do like little blocks that are not just shaped like squares. It could be like little triangle blocks and stuff like that, and then you can make them into like patterns. I remember even in like kindergarten and first grade, I could do that really well, really quickly. I think I distinctly remember I had a first grade or kindergarten teacher that was like, oh, Vesper, like you're really good at doing that really quickly. And I could like copy like a pattern really quickly with those little like blocks, the colored blocks. Yeah. Anyway. I want to learn how to do watercolor. I feel like it would be probably one of the most difficult styles of painting for me to grasp because there's like an element of control that you have to give up, I think. Because like the water colors, like they kind of like run in a way that you can't, like it's got like a semi-random like way that it dries that like you can't really predict. I don't know. You've always had an artsy head, but you've never taken advantage of it? Not really? Not really? I think I just... I know what I like visually, and it's just like that. I have like difficulty explaining it. Probably, I think, more visually than anything else. Yeah. There's an animator named H, and Mr. H has animation streams for his animation fan animations. Interesting, interesting. Watercolor paper is definitely a must. You gotta fight the will of making what you want and let the watercolor do what it has to. Yeah, I don't know. You may learn the fastest from doing master studies. Huh. Clip Studio is difficult. I'm still banned from using the bucket, but one day. Watercolor is easier than digital painting for me. Huh, interesting. Granddad. Clip Studio is strange. Maybe I should work with traditional media too. Think about it. Think about it. But Lucky Carrot, thank you for the beautiful art. Maybe if I keep practicing, I can make something like this one day. Not this, but something like it, right? No bucket perms. What does Dez think about the bucket? He was just like, you're gonna need how to learn sooner or later, so just do it. I think he was like, don't ban the bucket, just do it. You're gonna, he's like, everybody needs to learn how to do the bucket. Yeah. A lot of artists do traditional and digital. Oh, interesting. If you know the rules of the bucket, then it's not so difficult. The problem is I don't know the rules of the bucket. I can't comprehend the intricacies of the bucket, right? He's not wrong. I learned to draw on paper and digital just feels weird to me. Maybe. For me, with the tablet that I used yesterday, was it yesterday, the day before yesterday? I did the art the day before yesterday. It started to feel better the more that I used it. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. What? What? Where's the bear come from? Anyways, let's move this way, right? Wait. Underwear check. No underwear. Okay. Astrofal, thank you for the beautiful art. What is this? What is this? It's so shiny. It's so shiny. There's a lot of shine. Am I at the beach? Why am I so shiny? Teach me. Tell me why. Why am I so shiny? Look at all the shine. Is it like an after effect? Ain't nothing but a heartache. I cannot sing that, or else I'll get blocked. But I think you're turning to dust in the sun. This is like particles of me, like, breaking off. I don't feel too good, Mr. Stark. My grandma called it the shinning. You mean shining. Shh, kid. You want to get sued? If you need old Willie, you call on that shin of yours. But not between 4 and 5. That's Willie's time! It implies that that's when he's... It implies that's when he's doing, like, NSFW stuff, right? Saku, Saku, thank you very much. Shoujo Vision Vespi. I'm starting to come around to that. I'm starting to come around to that I can be viewed that way. That it's like very unnatural to my brain. How can you apply like shoujo like manga shine to like a dumpster diver, right? Has there ever been a shoujo manga character that was like, oh, that's one of the characters that, like, that's one of my favorite characters, and that character, like, dumpster dives? Does that, like, actually exist? And he talks about, like, crawling out of a whale. It's difficult. It's difficult for me to comprehend. But I guess it exists, right? I guess it does. Chickstick dumpster divers? No, they don't. Juice Man. Why are you spreading misinformation on the internet? That is like not something that people... Ah, Yato from Noragami. Chainsaw Man. Okay. Okay. There's a gap in the market. Is... Battery died, gotta go. No problem, Duck and Goose. Take care. Have a good time. Gintoki has that vibe. True, true. It does make me happy that, like, this art is not out of place and people are like, yeah, that fits. I guess it's just like my self-perception is just like, I see this and then it's like a disconnect where it's just like, what? Excuse me? What? Listen, the Juice Man does not lie. The Gap Boy I have is awesome. I do love Gap. I'm like a connoisseur of Gap Boy. That's true. That's true. You think I'm gonna be this way, but I'm actually this way. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That was not intentional. That was not intentional. Astrofel, thank you for the beautiful art. Ah. I will try to internalize it, okay? I always have a Danny DeVito commission done at any anime convention I go to. One of them is in shoujo style and he burns himself from a couch. Solara, thank you for the super chat. What? I want to draw Danny DeVito as a holostar. Oh. Could you imagine if Danny DeVito had to call me senpai? Oh, that would be incredible. That would be ridiculous. Could you imagine? Could you freaking imagine? Listen, you might be a dumpster diver, but you're our dumpster diver. The outer layer on our own little plastic ball. Thank you, Unbound Soul. Thank you very much. Anyway. Danny DeVito absolutely rules. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Luna, thank you very much for the art. Am I... Purple Moon? What? What? The moon is purple. What's going on here? Whoa. I look really cool. I look really cool here. Is that cocky for me to, like, say? I look really cool. I look like I'm gonna actually, like... I look like I'm actually gonna get some mileage out of my boar spear, right? I'm gonna fight you. I look like I'm gonna fight you, right? We're gonna fight! Probably just an Elysium moon. True, true. I know I'm not cool. I know I'm not a badass, but I do imagine situations where I'm a badass, right? That I never go through with. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, man, wouldn't it be cool if you did this? But then you don't do it. You just buy your... You just buy your muffin and then you get out, right? Vesper original song looking landscape. So apparently, like, original music takes like up to a year to create. I don't know if we're going a little bit too far behind the scenes, but I was warned by my managers, like, hey, if you want to make an original song, we can help you with that. We're not only can we help you with that, we would love to help you with that, but you have to understand that, like, original music can't come out in 1 month or even 3 months like a cover can. Original music can take up to a year. So you should start now if you want one. And so I haven't actually started yet, but we're doing meetings to, like, get the ball rolling on that, right? It might be a while from now. Yeah. So whenever you see like somebody release original music, that represents a lot of time. Like, they didn't do that like 6 months. They did that like a year ago. And they've been, like, working on it. Yeah, yeah. Ah. Didn't know. Well, it could take like 6 months, or it could take a year. It could take a year. Yeah. Yeah. Especially for someone like me, where, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have to like commission and hire a bunch of people to do that. Yeah. Haka, that's experience, right? All right. Can I? Haka is a bird. He's been singing his entire life, right? It's kind of like art, right? It's kind of like art. If you're watching an artist do work, and then they can finish a beautifully illustrated and rendered art, like, drawing in like 2 hours, right? And then you think, oh, they did that so quickly. But the thing is, like, an artist that can do that has put in, like, maybe like 20,000 hours of practice, right? Right? Yeah. That's why like Haka can release an original, like, so quickly. It represents all of the hard work that he's put into it, like, way beforehand. Haka is like, yeah. So we can't just say, like, oh, it's just talent. Like, he can just do that because it's also, like, his hard work. And I think we shouldn't discount the fact that because he's worked so hard, he can do that quickly, and I can't because I didn't put in the hard work that he did. Yeah. 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 And so my manager understands that, like, I'm not Haka, right? Haka made this original music in a cave with a box of scraps. And it's like, well, I'm not Haka. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not Haka. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. The master has forgotten more than most have ever learned. Exactly. Exactly. I do think it's realistic if you look at my level of experience to say, like, it's probably going to take you about a year to make an original. Probably about a year. Could Bettel learn to cook after 20,000 hours? I think he could cook now. I would unconditionally eat anything that Bettel makes. And you could put that, you could take that to the bank, okay? You could take that to the bank. I will unconditionally eat anything that Bettel makes that Bettel thinks is food, okay? I understand that if he's making it out of, like, concrete, that's not food. I'm not gonna eat like, he has to be like, this is food. I made this with the intent of it being eaten, and then I will eat it. Yeah. Take that to the bank. Okay. Okay. Luna, thank you very much for the beautiful art. I look really badass. This is how I imagine myself I look when I do badass things. But I inevitably end up just pulling a butchie and then just like leaving. Yeah. CLY Knight. How do I say your name? CLY? Cly? Silly Knight? Cly? Knight. Thank you very much for the beautiful art. This is like, what? There's no hover hand, right? We are buds. There's no hover hand. This is full comfort. We know each other. F in advance. It's not gonna be that bad. That's the nicest thing anything's ever said about Vettel. That's not true. Silly Knight. Got it. Silly Knight. Thank you very much for the beautiful art. Tell me. Did you have a backstory in mind with this bear? Aurora Borealis in Alaska with Mr. Bear at this time of year. Localized entirely in my kitchen. Bear bestie? He's a friend from work. But Vess, what if he somehow serves you doggy biscuits even by accident? But then he didn't make that, right, Zalis? Like, he bought that. I'm not gonna let him, like, feed me doggy biscuits that he bought, like, from Walmart. It's not gonna happen. If he cooked it himself, or if he baked it himself, and he made it with the intent of, like, somebody eating it, I would eat it. May we see it? No. No. No, you can't see it. You got lost in Alaska to watch the Aurora Borealis, but Mr. Bear adopted you and you watched it together. Oh, okay. That's cute, I like that. I actually have a hat like this. I actually do own a hat. It's not this color, but it's like a beanie with a little, like, poof thing on top. And people have mentioned that they like the poof. They're like, you don't often see that. And it's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. That's too rich for my blood. Vesper's gonna die eating Vettel's food. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Oh! Underwear check. I found 3 of them so far. I found 3. Let's check. No underwear. We're good. Wait. No underwear. I do love me some Patagonia. I will not lie. I do love me some Patagonia. Little pom-pom. Yeah. Did you end up wearing the hat that we got you when you met Magni? I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I did not. I own it, and it's surprisingly, like, thick and squishy, the hat. I've never had a trucker hat that's squishy before, but I didn't end up wearing it when I went to go see him. You're wrong. 2. Really? I've only found 2? Let's check. Wait, did I miss one? Hold on. I definitely saw one. Here. 1. I almost missed this one. 1. 2. Oh, only 2. You're right. I only found 2. Wait. Are you sure? I feel like I found a third one. Oh, I've only found 2. You're right. 1. I thought I found 1. It should be here? I could have sworn that it was like here? Huh. There's 4 of them. There should be 4 of them. There should be 4 of them. I thought I found... What? Okay, I guess I only found 2. You're right. You're right. I only found 2 so far. You're right. Yeah. My bad. Okay. That's a friendly bear. That's a friendly bear. He's got a friendly shape. Maybe the real underwear were the friends that we made along the way. Ain't that the truth, 4 milks? Thank you very much for the super chat. Look down. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing... Yeah, you're right. It's true. You're right. You're right. You're right. Vesper guess like he's just like me. Ah, thank you, silly knight. I should go see the Aurora Borealis. I've been to Alaska before, but I don't think I ever went with the intent to look at the Aurora Borealis. I just went there to hang out with family. Yeah. He's shaped like a friend? Yeah, he's friend shaped. You remember the Simpsons bit where Homer was dreaming that he was Yogi Bear? And then he was stealing a picnic basket? And then Flanders was like the ranger? And then Homer just mauls like Ranger Ned? And then little Bear Bart is like, gee, that's not very nice. I don't think you should maul him like that. And he's like, you want some of this? You remember that? I do think it's just unfortunate how cute and friendly bears look and how dangerous they actually are, right? If bears are that dangerous and like we're meant to stay away from them, why do they look so friendly and cute? Why? Why would nature do that? Why would nature do that? That's how they get you, right? The forbidden padding zone. It's like how snakes are called danger noodles, right? It's to lure us in. It's to trick us. If it's bad, why is it cute? Yeah. Anyway, Silly Knight, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Kuizona, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Happy birthday, Vesper. Thank you, thank you. I'm definitely hiking, right? And it looks pretty cold because I'm wearing a turtleneck and a parka. And I've got my arms crossed. So there's someone else in this photo. Someone is taking this photo of me. Who? What if I prop up my phone on a rock and I have it on a timer? That's totally something I would do. That's totally like a Vesper core action. Where I would prop up my phone on a rock and then like take a timed photo and just pretend that I'm like hanging out with a friend, right? But it's actually just me by myself. The angle is pretty cool. Yeah, it is a cool angle. I like it. If bad, why is it cute? Us? Vesties are a vestie. Bettle is on the ground. You're using your legs and put it on a timer. Oh, yeah. Like I'm holding my phone with my toes, right? Like, I take off my hiking boots and my merino wool socks, and I'm like taking the photo with my feet. Yeah. Too relatable. This sounds so sad. So, as a bit, I asked for, was it Instagram? I think I have an Instagram account. I requested one. I requested an Instagram account for a bit, and then they gave me it, and I don't know what to do with it. And so, like, I've been studying, like, Instagram memes, like the in-jokes of, like, being somebody that uses Instagram. Yeah. Is a bit, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. What? Yo. 2 feet. Vesper. Daily spear pictures. What's your Insta? I actually don't know. They were like, here, we made you one. As per your request. What are you gonna do with it? And then I explained to them what I was gonna do with it. And then they were like, I could hear, not my manager, but another member of staff, like, blinking, right? I could hear the blinking across, like, from the meeting, where it's just, like, silent blinking. It's like, that's what I put in all my work for. Yeah. It's gonna take a while to set up, but I think it'll be funny. And then I'll never use it ever again. I could hear them blinking. What was your original idea? I cannot squeal. I'm hoping it's funny. It might just be really cringe, but like, yeah. As per your request. We have fun here. We have fun here at HoloStars English. They hired a bunch of weirdos. I don't know. We do take our job seriously. It's just, I don't know, man. We're just a bunch of little guys that like to do stupid things. I think it's funny. Okay. Huizona, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Oh. This is something that Instagram Vesper would put on his Instagram. It's a picture so beautiful you gotta put it on Insta, right? Yeah. This is definitely going on the gram, right? Thank you. Okay. Next. Pow! Pow! Is that Pal Pandon? Or is it a different Pal? If it's a different Pal, I apologize. I mean, I don't know why I would just assume. I feel like if it was Pal Pandon, it would just be the whole thing. Yeah, Pal, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Yo, what is this? This is super cool. I'm actually really fascinated with ancient Egypt because if I had to, I can mention it, right? I'm like a amateur layman historian enthusiast, right? I didn't study it at the academy, but I like thinking about history, and the part of history that I'm like super interested in is the Bronze Age collapse, right? And if you're talking about the Bronze Age collapse, like ancient Egypt is like one of the major civilizations that was there, and it was the only major civilization that survived the Bronze Age collapse, where we still know like what they were doing, right? Like, we know that there was a collapse because Egyptian civilization survived and they talk about it. Whereas, like, almost all of the other civilizations during the Bronze Age collapse, like, just completely disappear. There's no historical record, there's, like, nothing. Yeah. Ah, the sea people. Yeah. Special interest moment. Ancient Egypt is my favorite ancient civilization. Good taste. Man, all the ancient civilizations are just like really cool. But is the Bronze Age collab like... Is the Bronze Age like ancient? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Now that I think about it, Egypt is pretty amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Makes the imagination go wild. A historian who is not just obsessed with wars. Hold my chocolate, everyone. I'm about to go feral. Yo, Katie! What? Alright. The Bronze Age... Yeah. It's not an age of warfare. That was like the age of trade, right? Yeah. It's true. For me, like, ancient is like cradle of, like, when people found out that, like, if you live near a river, like a river that periodically floods, like, it just prints food. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like nascent humanity, nascent human civilization is like, oh, this giant river floods every, like, 20 years. Like, the land around this river, like, just prints food. It's so easy to make food. You just, like, throw it on the ground and then it makes food. And then now we have time to think. Now we have time to just, like, think. And then we can start writing because we don't need to worry about food anymore, right? But then that river will flood and kill us all. Every 100 years. Every 100 years, it'll, like, super flood and then we all die. And then we just do that over and over again, right? Oh, shoot. I moved it. Yeah. Self-replicating food. Yep. But back to the beautiful art. The level of, like, the level of organization of, like, ancient Egyptian civilization. Well, most ancient civilizations were like they could, like, keep track of how much food to the level of, like, we have this many people within the boundaries of our civilization and we can survive for up to, like, 12 years. And it's just like, what the heck? And the concept of writing is just, like, crazy, right? It's, like, absolutely insane. It just, like, boggles the mind, right? Don't live near river, just make the food there. Got it? Yeah, back to the art. For me, my favorite part is... I hope Pao doesn't dislike this. What I take away from this art piece is I like the pillars behind. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm, like, hyper fixating on the pillars and the writing, because this is like a form of writing, right? External memory based. Man, I wish I could play Civilization. Probably not gonna happen, though. Probably not gonna happen. What am I thinking? My brain keeps going down to, like, the meme level, right? My brain keeps going down to the meme level, right? Where this is the second part. This is the third part of the meme, right? This is the third part of the meme. Okay, are you ready for part 1 and part 2? Part part 1 is POW. Part 1 is POW, like right here. And then they're pointing at the pillars, and then they go, I made this, right? And then they leave. And then the second image is me standing here like this. This is the second one. And then the third one is like me, and it says, I made this. Right? You know the meme where it's like, I made this, and then they're like, you made this? And then the person that made it leaves, and it goes like, I made this. Yeah. Fart dude. My favorite JoJo meme is, that's bullshit, but I believe it. Because I feel like my entire life is that. I used to be the most gullible member of Tempest, and now I am the second most gullible member of Tempest, but that's still like me. That's like a meme that was made for me. So happy that you like the art. I just wanted to say the pillars are based on actual hieroglyphs and hypostyle pillars from the Temple of Karnak. So cool. What? So it is you. Cool. You wouldn't steal a pillar. If I had the resourcefulness and the sheer fucking will of Carmen Sandiego, I would absolutely steal a pillar, right? If I had the determination and the resourcefulness of Carmen Sandiego, I absolutely would steal a pillar. I would, but I don't, so I can't, and I never have, and I never will. The effort, pal. Got my respect. Yeah, pal, thank you very much. Seu, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Wait, I think I know this plant. Is this, okay, I'm gonna say the name of this flower, and I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, and people are gonna laugh at me, like when I pronounce epitome, right? When I pronounce epitome, epitome, people like fucking laugh at me, and they're like, ha, old man, he's like Megamind, right? Is this a hydrangea? Is this a hydrangea? Sounds like someone deflecting suspicion over stealing a pillar. Who is the most gullible in Tempest? It's probably Bettel, honestly. If you send that man a super chat telling him that, like, he's imagining everything and he's actually the last person alive on Earth, he would believe you and he would panic and he would run into a wall and knock himself out, right? I should do that. I should send him a super chat. I'm gonna do it. A high ranger. A high ranger. Is that the correct way to say it? Hydrangea? Interesting. Thanks for the idea. It is a marketable plushie. Wait, underwear? We're good? Okay. It is a marketable plushie. Little butterflies. What would I... Would it be weird if I had my own marketable plushie? Like if I was just like out in public and people could see that I have a market, it's just like a little version of me. They're like, wow, this guy is like a giga tier narcissist, right? I kind of want one, but I wouldn't be able to like show anybody because then it would just be like, wow, this guy's really full of himself. He's got like a plushie of himself, right? Right? A mini tofu Vesper clone. I don't know what you're talking about. My good friend Magni Dezmond would never make a tiny little tofu clone of me and then make hundreds of thousands of them. And when they slowly gain sapience and realize that they're not the actual Vesper Noir, resident scholar of the Adventures Guild Tempest and member of All-Stars English. He just has to get rid of them, right? Quote unquote, get rid of them. He would never do that. Ever. Don't know how they know it's you, though. True. True. So regarding hydrangeas, I read a manga that talked about like what they mean. Maybe just like in Japan they mean something specific. I think hydrangeas represent death. Am I correct? I think I read a manga. You know XXX Holic? Holic? There's like an arc about like hydrangeas. Am I correct? They're poisonous. No, not Sankareya, Holic, right? Holic? It's like a clamp manga, right? There's like an arc about like hydrangeas. Yeah. Aren't they poisonous? I don't know. I had a lot of fun reading that. It was really cool. I don't know. I like yeah. It was trippy, yeah. What vibes did it give me? It kind of gave me like an X-Files type vibe, right? Which is weird because they can't be further from each other. They're very different, right? But like, I loved X-Files as a kid, and I think Holic gave me that kind of feel. It gave me that kind of feel. They're associated with heartfelt emotion, gratitude, and apology. Interesting. I didn't know that. Madi, what did you say? Samantha will take your entire stock. I've shut down Samantha permanently. I've shut down Samantha permanently. Unless a bad actor turns her back on again, I should be safe. You don't need to worry about it. That was a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that again. Dude, the X-Files did slap. Oh, so good. Okay. Seu, thank you very much for the beautiful art. I'm sorry that I spent more time musing about the flowers that you drew and not the character. But it's a beautiful piece. I like the color. It's good. It's beautiful. Do not leave. Do not leave. I'm not leaving. I'm here. Don't worry about it. Next. Yo. Wait. I cannot put my spear in my golf bag. It's too big. It won't be able to stay upright. And I'm wearing the fish shoes too. Oh, this is a multi-layered like art piece. Genie art, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Look at that. I've got like the little plastic ball. I've got hot sauce. I've got the bike, the golf bag with the spear in it, a bunch of books. I've got the Foxy Grandpa hat. It's good. This thing has layers. Is there anything that I missed? Besties, can you point out anything that I missed? I did examine the bike. I'm gonna level with you. I wish I would get out of the way. Is that like a messed up thing to say about somebody's beautiful art? Like my first instinct is like, get that stupid skull out of the way. Let me see that bicycle. Who put that scholar in the way of that beautiful bicycle? I don't know. Yeah. Definitely I see the plastic ball, right? There's a little cup of tea on top of books, which is like Well, I would never put anything hot on top of a book because I don't want to damage the cover. There's no derailleur. There's no derailleur, but that definitely is the size of a cassette. So it should have a derailleur. A little bit, but it's very you. Yeah. Yeah. Genie, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Is that a cake with a little, like, badge on it? I love it. What is behind the wheel? Hot sauce? And then, like, plastic ball, and then, like, a golf bag with golf clubs and a spear. Did it affect your immersion? No. No, not even a little bit. I'm still immersed. Yeah. But thank you. Thank you, Genie Art. Next, Katra. Katra, thank you for the... What? Do you know the Fist of the North Star meme? Where there's like a guy digging through a haystack? And then I think... and then the main character's like head peeks out of the haystack, and then he goes like... And then like it zooms in on the guy's like face, right? A mug? A moist? The tall cylinder? What? The fish flops, yeah, I got it. Wait, where's the mug? I don't see the mug. So could you imagine like... You're like... You hear like rustling in the bushes and then you like part the bush leaves and then it's just my head poking out. Could you imagine that? You peek through the leaves and it's just like my head. I'm just like, hey. Hey. Hi. Hello. On the pile of books? Is that a mug or a teacup? I feel like that's a teacup because a mug for me has to be like... The lines of it are parallel, if that makes sense. Vesper is the bush guardian, the guardian of the forest. I'm like foraging for berries, right? I'm foraging for berries out in the middle of the forest with the vesties, and then I eat the berries, and then I go, and then I like curl up on the ground. And then all the vesties, all the little like vestie bats are like, how does it taste, Vesper? Does it taste good? And I'm like, it tastes like burning. Right? He said bush gardens. Yeah, yeah. It tastes like burning. Peeks out of bush, asks what your derailleur is. You're like bike packing out in the wilderness and you're like, there's no cell phone reception. And then you take a break to take a sip of some water and maybe eat like a Cliff Bar, and then my head pokes out. It's like, bro, is that the I2? You have electronic shifting when you're bike packing? Bold. What happens if you have a mechanical issue? What do you do out here? Oh, Shimano is great, and they let you like lock your gear into place so that it can still operate as a single speed. That's a great company. They're really looking out for you. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. and then you're like freaked out because like you're in the middle of nowhere and this dude is like talking to you about your derailleur, right? And then you're like, should I leave now? And you're like, by the way, friend, do you have any food? And then you just like leave as fast as you can, right? Actual cannibal Vesper Noir, exactly. It's like I peek my head out of the bush and I'm like talking with you about your derailleur, your rear derailleur. And then like at the end of it, it's like, by the way, do you have any food? I'm pretty hungry right now. Ah, good times. Sponsored by Shimano. I wish. They'll never know that I exist. They'll never know that I exist. And that I feel a very real desire to... If I had a set of, like, DI2 equipment, I wouldn't even put it on my bike. I would just sleep with it in my bed. I would arrange the boxes into, like, the vaguely humanoid shape. And then I would glue it together, and then I would just, like, sleep with it in my bed. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I would do. We've lost Shimano perms! Anyways. Okay. Next! Oopsie Doodles, thank you very much for the beautiful art. Yo. How did I... Is that the ending we get when he touches the rice? No comment, Matthew. No comment. So my main thought is like, is there actually tea in that cup? If so, did I go out to this like scenic area in the wilderness and then like brew my own tea, which is like kind of cool. The real Shimano was the friends that we made along the way. Exactly. I think I'm gonna make more tea in a little bit. We're gonna look through a couple more photos. I'm gonna find one more piece of underwear and then I'm gonna go get tea. Yeah. Because of this photo that Oopsie Doodles made, I'm gonna go make tea. As soon as I find another one. I'm gonna say yes. Let's go. I look so happy. Okay, you know what? New headcanon. If it's like clearly not a selfie, like this photo right here, because you can see both my feet, both of my feet and both of my hands, yeah. It's a vestie that took the picture. And then the vesties that took this picture were like, Ves, smile more naturally. And then that's the face that I'm making. After you guys told me to smile more naturally, okay? Can you guys imagine that? Like we went hiking and I made some tea to drink and it's like, hey, take a picture for the gram, Ves, right? And then I'm like, okay. And then they're like, smile more naturally. And then I smiled like that. Yeah. Feet. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Vestie's holding... No. It's mostly that, like... I get to in my head, right? so... I get to in my head. So it's like, first of all, it's like, do it for the gram. And it's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. And then it's like, smile more naturally. And it's like, what does a natural smile look like? What does it look like? Does it look like this? What does it look like? I don't know. I was scared you wouldn't like it. I love it. Oopsie Doodles, I love it. And I do this stupid thing where I make up story. I look at a picture. Alright. I look at a picture and I like immediately try to make up a story. I don't know why I do that. I try to make up context to think as if like it actually happened. Like what happened to get me there? What am I doing? Why am I doing? Like what happens after? I think in terms of like stories, and I don't know why. Yeah. I love it. Thank you. Anyways, I should probably move. My fear is like if I make up a story and then the artist that drew it is just like, no, that's not it at all. And I hurt like, yeah. I do that too? The Vesties are just like me, for real, for real. Oh, they're just like me, for real, for real. So it's just like a bunch of little Vestie bats, and they're like, take one for the gram, Vest. Take one for the gram, Grampire. And then, like, they're holding up my phone to take a picture. And then they're like, smile more naturally, Grandpa. And then, like, this is the expression on my face. I love it. Anyways. And then this is me being creepy to somebody out in the middle of the nowhere. Trying to beg for some food. Okay. Underwear! This little bush is... This little, like, frond of leaves is, like, sneaky. Underwear. Underwear number 3. Let's go. What? Whittle bagel? What is this? What is that? What? Is that a vestie? Why are you in a... That's not safe. You could die. You could die in a bag. What are you doing? What am I doing holding you that way? I would never do that. This has to be a lie. Vesper would never do that. I'm literally shaking right now. This has to be a lie. Vesper would never do that. I'm literally shaking right now. Why would you do that? Oh, underwear. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make more tea. Okay, I'll be right back. Because of oopsie doodles. I'm gonna make more tea. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, be right back. He hates us. I'm back. I don't even care if it's like an 8-hour stream. I miss this. I wanted this. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna take my time. We have one more PDF after this, and it's I believe it's like teacups, like a teacup design book, which I think is like super cool. But I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna enjoy everything and then get out of the way. Yeah. I'm back. Get it? I would never do that. I'm literally shaking right now. Is that a heart? Okay, what happened here? How did I do that? Damn, that was fast. Yo, Henry Suawa. I got the water boiler and water heater, and it allows me to make it. The tea's not ready yet. It's still cooking. The tea is still cooking, but the hot water is instantly dispensed, and I can come back, I can chat, and then when the tea is ready, I can pour it out and drink it. And it reduces the amount of time that you guys have to sit and wait for me to like boil water. It's just like 2 or 3 minutes, but I feel like it's just good. I feel a lot more comfortable getting more tea because of that stupid thing that I bought for like 150 bucks. Yeah. Anyway. He loves us. Indeed, Georgia. Indeed. Forever tea. What type of tea? This is a roasted oolong. I think it's a dark roast. It's pretty dark. This is actually from Indonesia. It's an Indonesian dark roasted oolong. It's pretty good. Okay. The expression on my face indicates that I'm not the one that put it in the bag. Who put you in the bag? Who put you in the bag? I really love the art the Vestie's made. It's so good. Yeah! It's beautiful art. He bags us. Finding Nemo vibes. Oh. Okay. Whittle Bagel. Thank you for the art. But now I'm thinking, like, I gotta make up, like, some kind of story to explain how the Vestie's got in the bag. You know what it reminds me of? Have you seen the meme of, like, different types of parents, right? There's like the parent where it's like Gordon Ramsay, oh dear, gorgeous. And then there's the parent that's like carrying his child by the leg, right? And then there's the parent that's like free throwing like shooting like a 3 like Steph Curry, Kobe, and like the baby is like mid-air, right? This is me carrying a vestie by the leg, right? The bag has holes. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Yeah. I okay. I'll just spoil it so it's fine, because I don't think I'm gonna be at the level. I don't think I'm gonna be at the level to do this art for a while. Probably at least a year, maybe 2 years. I think realistically probably about 2 years. But that is like one of my favorite memes. And I had this idea that like that's like literally Tempest, like the 3 boys of like HQ. You know what I'm talking about? So like Altare is Gordon Ramsay, and he's like holding the little slime, and he's like, oh dear, gorgeous, right? And then Axel is the guy that's like walking around, and he's holding an axolotl by the leg, and it's just like dangling, right? And then Dez is the one that's like free throwing a Magmite, right? He's got like the Kobe Bryant like shooting arm pose, and like a Magmite is like mid-air, and he's like, it's like he's like shooting it like a basketball, right? And I wanted to draw that, but I don't have the skill level to do it, and it's just like, damn it, man. I wish I was better at art. Like, I'm not good enough to draw it. Please don't steal it. I want to draw it one day for the boys. And it's like, it's been in my head for like 4 months. You donkey. Yeah. Please don't. Shark the 55th long Shrek. Please don't draw it like I want to draw it. Please. Please, I want to draw it. Anyway. Whittle Bagel, thank you for the beautiful art. I hope, according to... Because your explanation for this is a canon one. I hope I didn't put the vestie into the bag. Because that would just... I don't... My OC do not steal. I would let them out of the bag, and I would just be like, who put you in there? Who put you in there? Thank you, thank you. Choco, thank you for the beautiful art. Oh, man. At the risk of making myself more identifiable out in the wild, I like heavy flannel like this. Do you see the shirt that I'm wearing? At the risk of making myself more identifiable, I like this style of clothing. It's good. You did. Yeah. That's your evil twin, Lester. There's a bunch of little vesties here. This one's like toasting a marshmallow. I love it. Ew, them thighs in the right picture kind of making me feel something. For me, because some artists don't like having their style compared to other pieces of media, right? Should I like avoid doing that? I think I'm gonna avoid doing that just in case, right? Because some artists like they really don't like that. So like, and then some artists don't care, but some of them really don't like it. Therefore, just to be safe, it's better not to compare it. Like, I like this style of the clothing, the way that it's like drawn. I like it. It reminds me of a piece of media that was like very, very near and dear to my heart. Very near and dear to my heart. So I look at it and my neurons fire. Like looking at the like the way that the shoes are drawn, the way that the pants are drawn, like they like fire my neurons. Yeah. It's cooking a little more slowly, this tea. Because I think I let the leaves cool down too much. I've been at this for like 3.5 hours. Yeah, probably some really do not like it. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, this style of art, like, fires my neurons. And I also like the side pony, like, tail. Although that's, like... In anime, I love it. I love the way that it looks, but it's, like, scary. You know what I'm talking about? The side ponytail is like, uh-oh. Tragedy is about to strike this character that I love. Right? It's cooking. I kind of want to look at it a little bit more. Is the mom haircut? Yo! Holy fur, thank you very much. I drew this one, I'm glad that you like it. I also don't mind if you want to share what it reminds you of. Okay, so you're okay with it? Okay, if you're okay with it, then I can mention it. Is like the Dragon Ball style, right? Like the shoes, and then the way that the pants are drawn, like they remind me of the Dragon Ball style, so like it fires all of my freaking neurons. It fires like all of my neurons. All of them. It's so good. And then the flannel, I'm definitely camping. I'm just like thinking, oh, spammer. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Okay, we can chat. Don't worry, we're good. It's just, yeah, like future Trunks. Is my tea ready? It's ready. Okay. Delicious. I just realized that Vesper is permanently Ultra Instinct. I don't actually know about like the current canon of Dragon Ball. I want to get into it so much, but like so much has changed. Like Golden Frieza? What the heck is up with that? He's so strong now. What? Anywho. Am I camping under the stars? Is there a tent off the screen where like I'm gonna get into the tent after I'm done with the campfire? Or the night looks nice. It looks like the weather's gonna be good. So maybe I just got like a bivy bag and I'm just like hanging out. IDK. It makes me wonder, where am I going? What am I doing? What does my campsite look like? If I had to guess, this is not a campground. I probably backpacked in. I probably backpacked in with these two vesties and we're just like hanging out. Ah, so comfy. There was supposed to be, but it blocked the sky too much for my liking. Oh, interesting. I want to learn how to draw the fire like that. Also, now that I'm looking at it, now that I know a little bit about drawing, this is what, when Vesties are trying to teach me about, like, you need to think about where the light source is coming from. This is a good example of, like, how to do it correctly, right? Oh, man, I'm talking about, like, technique and not how much I like the art. But this is a good example of, like, light source, right? And the correct way to do it, because I'm looking at the face and it's like the bottom of the face is light and it gets darker from top, which is like, if I'm drawing, like normally it would just be like side, right? But and then like look at the way that like the light is orange here and it's getting darker here. This is beyond my level of comprehension as an artist, but it's where I should be heading towards, right? It's probably going to take me a long time to get... It's probably going to take me at least a year to comprehend like the physics of it, like how it works, and then it's going to take me like another 2 or 3 years to be able to like draw it. on paper. Speaking as an artist is a huge compliment if you recognize the technique as being abused. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Good. Always remember your light sources, even the ambient ones. It's a beautiful piece. That's like the first and foremost, right? And then like number 5 or number 6, I'm starting to look at like the light and how it interacts with like the physics of the things that are like existing, the physical objects, right? I like the tiny vestie roasting a marshmallow. Me too. That's a good one right there. You probably need a longer stick. You should probably get further away from the fire because you're just tiny and you're very fluffy. And that fluff will not interact well with like an errant spark, right? Have you ever damaged a very expensive tent with a very sparky fire? That's not a good feeling. And then like the expensive tents will give you like repair kits, but it's not fun to patch a tent, right? Color theory and ambient lighting. Switching to secondary is faster than reloading. What? We talk about how dummy thick his legs are in that pic. I see it as like an absolute win. IDK. Caveman brain, fancy picture, pretty colors, good. With the marshmallows. But a bigger stick is harder for us to carry. That's true, Dr. Crimson. That's where the vesties band together, right? That's where the vesties band together and you get like 5 or 6 of you guys and then you could carry the bigger stick and remain safer, right? Beautiful art. Thank you very much. Should I call you Choco? Should I call you Holy Furrer? I don't know. Tales from the vesties? No way. Writing? Writing? God, I'm fishing. Bro, what are you doing? There's a fish on the line. My dude. Well, I can't tell for sure because like just because it's bent like that doesn't necessarily mean there's a fish. There might be a snag. There might be a snag and then the tide is going out. So it's like, or the tide is going in or out and it's causing that. You'd have to wait. You have to see like the wiggle, right? If the tip is like wiggling and jiggling, then you know there's a fish on there, right? It might just be a snag. Yeah. That's like, is that real? Is that like an actual like crochet thingy? Holy crap, that's amazing. Bro, Tabasco? I have faith in you, Vesti. You can do better than Tabasco. Tabasco cannot hurt you. You can do so much better. Go for 100 Scoville units at least. 100,000. Okay. Should I narrate everything? I want to narrate everything. Should I narrate everything? I want to narrate all of the stories. Should I do it? Yes? Okay. Yo, Scotch bonnets are so good. They've got really good flavor. The Scotch bonnet, I prefer Scotch bonnets over Hobbs. Habanero peppers? Please, read it to us? Okay, okay, alright. Should I turn off the BGM or turn it on? I don't know. Better on or off? What do you think? Save it for ASMR. Oh, pre-recorded, release them over time? Off, 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 on, off. Or a bit lower. Half volume. Okay. A little bit lower, like that. I think if I turn it off, then I could just quickly... What the heck was that? Did you see that? Are you... Anyway. Read them now? Yeah. I think I'm going to turn it off. Therefore, I can more easily turn it into a video, right? I'm basically recording for it if I turn the audio, if I turn the BGM off. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it off. Okay. But I like to read it once through so I understand. I froze. Why did I freeze? Hello? Huh. Give me a second. I'm gonna remove the model. Click. Please work. No? Okay. Am I back? I phased out of existence for a little bit. I phased out. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So whatever, I'm just gonna do it. Well, first of all, let's look at this beautiful art. That's a Vesty right there. It's a little alt venture slime. That's an axolotl. That's a magmite. We got like a golf club with a little skull on it. I love it. And a little teacup. Time to bust out the... Oh, shoot. It's crashing. Oh, that's why. Okay. We have like issues. Well, that is a sussy looking expression on my face. Wow. How should I handle this? Let me think. Are you guys okay with me with a very, very arrogant expression on my face, right? This is like this is not... I bet you it's Adobe Reader. Adobe Reader is responsible for this. Okay. I'm just gonna continue singing, and if more stuff starts to crash, then I probably have to end the stream, and I apologize, okay? Yeah, I don't want to restart the stream. I don't want to restart the computer. If I have to do that, I'll probably end the stream, because I have been streaming for about, like, 3.5 hours, but I'm just using this static image now. Hopefully nothing else crashes. I can't see you guys chatting. I cannot see that. Okay? Alright. Let's read. Let's read. No BGM. Here we go. Dried and shriveled leaves, remnants of an autumn recently passed crunch... Oh, wait, hold on. Past, Present, and Future by Brainy. Brainy, thank you very much for the written piece that you sent me. No, he's blind. Maybe close the Adobe thing and reopen it. But why would Adobe cause my other programs to crash? That's a good question. Definitely it's because Adobe made me install some weird stuff, right? Anyways, let's just move on. I'm not gonna let it ruin my mood because it's not good. I should remain positive on stream. So let's just read. Let's just read. Okay. Okay. Brainy, thank you for this wonderful piece. I'm gonna read it out right now, start to finish, okay? He hates us! I don't hate you, Ghastly, okay? I don't. Dried and shriveled leaves, remnants of an autumn recently passed, crunched beneath Vesper's boots as he followed the other three members of Tempus. The day had been long, and he wanted nothing more than to take a shower when they got back and possibly burn all of his clothing. The grime from the catacombs that it had been in felt like it had steadily built up the entire time that they were lost down there. And while in the light of the setting sun, it didn't look like it, no. Only a few offending cobwebs had clung to the ends of his coat. He knew it was there nonetheless. Ahead of him, the others had started to talk about food, as they inevitably did whenever they were returning from a quest, and he was about to chime in when the wind shifted and brought to his nose a scent that made the ends of his lips curl into a small smile. He slowed his pace and closed his eyes, taking a deep breath. The scent was fainter, though to be fair to the flower itself, it wasn't particularly strong. The wind had just merely caught its gentle aroma just right. His mind drifted to back when he was on his own, long before becoming the arch scholar at the Grand Library, a novice researcher at the time. He wasn't allowed to venture out on his own, yet it did not stop him from borrowing a sword from a local blacksmith shop while they weren't paying attention and making his way out of town with it tied to his belt for his protection. One day, he found a flowery clearing so far off the beaten path into town, he doubted that many knew that it even existed, judging from how undisturbed that it appeared. He lost many an hour relaxing there in his spare time, curled up near one of the large, unruly camellia bushes growing there. With a book in his hand and a thermos filled with tea, he brewed it before he left at his side. He was surrounded by nothing but soft grasses, flowers, and birdsong to keep him company. The clearing became his favorite place to disappear to, and clears ahead of everything stopping him. He didn't stop going there until outside circumstances had forced him to shut himself away, never to see it again. Slowly, as his eyes opened, and he sighed softly, a pang of melancholy in his chest. It wasn't the first time he had been distracted by such memories since joining the guild. Somewhere from so long ago, he felt like a stranger peering into his own past. And in truth, he was a different person then. Knowing what he knew now, though, would he have made the same decisions? What would have happened if he hadn't? Well, it didn't matter now. What was done had been done. Besides, that particular clearing was gone now, eaten up when the population had swelled out far enough to consume the land and beyond. He hoped whomever had lived in that area now had saved at least one of the bushes. He never did have the heart to go investigate. As much as the world had grown and changed around him, he knew that there were always going to be reminders of days past, and fond memories he wanted to safeguard. One didn't have as long as he had, without a few of them slipping out every now and then. Yet, he had hoped that one day his mind would go to the memories he was forging now, with the friendships that he had gained, and the promise of new adventures just beyond the bend. Ah, that's a nice little piece. I like that. Why is your mic getting quieter? I think I think my voice is getting a little bit hoarse. I think I've been laughing and talking too much. So definitely, yeah, it's getting there. Is it crashing? No, we're good. We're good. Okay. It's just lagging a little bit. More tea. Let's keep at it. An unfortunate haunting by Flying Space Whale. Is that the whale? Is that the whale? Wait, let's do like an underwear check. Nope, no underwear. Ah, okay, here we go. Here we go. There had been a strange case of paranormal activity coming from an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere. Vesper Noir, the resident scholar of Guild TEMPUS, set up camp nearby and waited for nightfall. He had heard rumors that a fortune-teller's ghost hung around cursing all those who set foot inside. Clutching his spear in one hand, he sipped some tea. It would be a good chance to go on an adventure after all. The guild was getting a little too crowded, and he needed his space. When he found his job posted on the guild bulletin board, he took it. As the orange sunset gave way to nightfall, Vesper could sense the magical energy growing. He got up and surveyed the perimeter, noting that the old spell tags decorating the sides. Clearly, someone had tried to seal the spirit before. A quick peek inside a nearby window showed signs of a decaying interior. A bare light bulb glowed dimly on the ceiling, showing what looked to be an ordinary dining room. After one last survey of the area and a sip of tea, Vesper finally entered the abandoned house. He could feel the presence of magic, but there seemed to be nobody else in the house. Something caught his attention. The crystal ball now sat on the dining room table. Vesper gazed into it. It showed the outside of the house and the starry night sky. He could feel magic radiating from the crystal ball, seemingly filling the whole house and surrounding area. Then it faded away. Something glinted in the sky outside. Vesper walked to a nearby window and looked. A glass dome now surrounded the area. Was this the world inside the crystal ball? How did he even get here in the first place? Vesper rushed towards the glass with a spear with all of his strength, but the glass refused to budge. Words suddenly appeared on the glass with someone drawing on a frosty window. Are you alone? Yes, I came here for some peace and quiet. My name is Vesper Noir, and I'm the resident scholar of Guild Tempest. Please let me out. I'm just a little guy. I'm always alone, ever since a rival fortune teller stole all of my customers away with their more accurate fortunes. So you trap people inside of a crystal ball as revenge? I fail to see the logic behind this. Perhaps you should try a new hobby like biking or tea. I could place a curse on you. No, thanks. I'm cursed enough already. Now will you please let me go? Talking with new people makes me nervous. The glass faded slowly without a word from the mysterious presence, and Vesper soon found himself at the remains of his campsite. The house appeared to just be an ordinary building now. It seemed like his job was complete. He took a sip of tea. The guild wouldn't expect him back for another few days. Might as well camp some more. This is a good story. Okay, can I make an observation? I'm imagining, like, this entire time, I had, like, a cup of tea with me the whole time. Like, do you guys know Trailer Park Boys? The main character of Trailer Park Boys is a guy named Julian, and he's always got a glass of rum and coke with him. Like, he's always holding a glass of... Like, he could be driving a car, and he's got a glass of rum and coke. He could be in prison, and he's got, like, a glass of rum and coke. He's in a court of law, like, on trial, and he's got, like, a glass... It's just, like, me with a cup of tea. I just always have it next to me. I'm a semi-pro rider. It's a beautiful piece, Flying Space Whale. Thank you very much. I love it. Sorry if I butchered it with my bad voice acting, but it was good. I liked it. I had a lot of fun. There were multiple moments where, like, I was, like, rearranging the vision. Like, I could turn it into a picture in my head very easily, and then I was, like, rearranging it in my head because it's like, oh, that would be good. Which means I think it's like a very vivid and evocative piece, right? Yeah. Thank you very much. Am I crashing? I feel like I'm crashing. What can I do? I might not be live anymore, and I can't tell. But I am choosing to blame Adobe for this. Click. Is very Can I finish it? Let's see. Yes. Can I? That's actually a lot. Oh no! There was an error processing a page, an internal. Okay, it's crashed. Okay. That's not good. A drawing error occurred. Uh-oh. Well, I might